Okay, give me a couple of minutes and I'll be with you very shortly. Good evening and welcome everybody. And what a good evening it's going to be. Game of the year is finally here. Yes, you've got the usual picture. Let me change the scene for you. Here we go. Let's get me on the screen so you can see the person that's actually talking to you. Front cam on. That's me. Oh, echo! Let me just turn myself down. I've got a monitor today. That's better. Right, so I've got a nice big display so I can see the open chat. We can have a discussion about what's just gone down in the game of the year. And yes, it's an unscheduled live stream because I tend not to schedule anything anymore. So for that, I've got my can of Pepsi Max ready, and I've also got my energy, which is provided here. Oh, yes. I love them. I absolutely love them. And by the way, I can't stop eating them. So yeah, let me put my hat on straight and make me look like a normal human being. If indeed that is probably possible. So, a game of the year. Boom, here we go. Load ZX. We got the picture up there. Can we get a display capture to show you what is going on by simply, I think we need to just take this one off. And we've got that picture up at the moment. So I need to click on here. And we've got that picture of the game of the year. I'm going to have to adjust that in a moment. Let's see if I can get that as a full screen. Or do I need to go and alter that? It's the display capture here. I can't really adjust that until, I mean, I've got it 17 likes already. Yeah, I can and I can't, if you know what I mean, until it starts. Because when it starts, it'll be a different screen altogether. But what I can do, let's see if I can move that across. Yay, there we go. You can see Wayne Robbins is down there, and I think that's good enough. What do you reckon? I think that's good enough. Yeah, that'll do for now. Can I go full screen on that, or can I go half measures? You can't go full screen. Anyway, notifications on, so as soon as that stream starts, and it starts at exactly 3 PM UK time. A lot of this is going to be in foreign, but some of it will also be in English. So I'm hoping to help you out to understand what exactly is going on. In the meantime, and then in the meantime, I can explain what I've been doing. Right, I'm a firm believer, and I'll get more examples. Give me a second, stay with me, and I'll be back. I'll tell you why I'll be back, because I am. Yeah. I have been trying to make things cheaper for people to buy when they want to use their nostalgia products. For instance, last year I was at Communications with Cool Novelties, and I'd seen somebody trying to sell the lead for the Enterprise Electrical SCART lead, which is the RGB output, on eBay for £71, which I thought was an absolute rip-off. I don't mind people making a small profit, but I don't like to see people profiteering. And in fact, the one on eBay is still listed at £71. You can see that there. They're not cut out. Well, if they're not cut out, it won't work, so you can't exactly plug it in. So I got in touch with the guys at Cool Novelties, reverse engineered this, got the diagram on how to wire it up properly, and now they're producing these for a little over £20 and a lot better quality that actually do work, because they'll have been tested on original Enterprise 128K or 64 computers. So there we go. And then there's a guy that I know in Telford who's a real big fan of the Tat Einstein. He's inherited a lot of stuff, and he wants to generate a little bit more interest in the old mighty Tat Einstein itself. Remember, the Tat Einstein back in the day was actually used to code a few Spectrum games on, and then ported over to the Spectrum because it was quite a stable system, and it had a nice relatable keyboard to do that on. Oh look, this one, Tat Einstein. So this device doesn't belong to me, but there was one on eBay not so long back. It's called the Spectrum Emulator, and it's basically so you can load Spectrum games into the Tat Einstein. The problem is that these are quite a rare little beast, and there was one on eBay not so long back that was price listed at around about £800, which I think was absolutely ridiculous. So I set about seeing if we could do something to change that. And if you look at that, you can see all the components in there are pretty much standard. There's a couple of gold chips which we had to let me get a drink. I need a drink before we carry on because I've already got a tickle in my throat. And I need to share this with Facebook, so I also need to go and get my phone. And we'll get everybody on Facebook to join me hopefully soon. So let me leave you with a bit of a retro Robbins theme. And then I'll be back with you shortly. Not that theme. We are live, so we don't need to be live. Where are we? See the Trans Am. I'm back. Don't worry, I ain't got nowhere. Back to the scenes. Right, so let's go and share this around on Facebook and see if there's one or two groups that'll be interested in joining me on my live show and hopefully grow an audience. Hello to anybody who's already watching. I can see I've got a couple of people in there. You really are early birds, so that's good to see. Now all I need to do is focus on what it is I'm not doing right. Okay. Right. Oh, listen, I can hear myself speaking. Pretty good there. Yeah, we got 3 people watching. Hello, everybody. Right, so we need to share this. Where do I share? If you want to share it for me, guys, you know, whoever's watching, please help. I got it right. Share. Newsfeed. And post. Hopefully that will get 1 or 2 people who don't know that I'm doing a live stream interested, and then all I've got to do is reshare that to all the groups that are Spectrum related that would be interested. Your groups, okay, so we'll go for Babs because he's a good guy. I do like his channel. He hasn't done anything for a bit, but I'm sure he'll be back. World of Spectrum is around the world. Sinclair Society, ZX Spectrum, and I think that's about it, isn't it? Spectrum Next Games, I don't know if they'll be interested. Sinclair Retro Life, why not? Because I don't normally share to them, so let's include them as well. And post. There we go. I also share it to X. Right, so where was I? So I was actually explaining about the Tatton Einstein. There was an £800 Spectrum emulator. £800 seems a lot, so we've with the help of, now let's see if I miss anybody out, Richard Gadd did the circuit board and reverse engineered the original board in order to get the Gerber files and did the circuit board. And then we've got someone by the name of Mr. Groom, who's coordinating director, myself, that sort of puts them in the right direction of who to get to, who to speak to, and how to get this ball rolling. 1 or 2 of us, including Tony Ellis, who's actually soldered up the boards, and there's also Simon Gold, who will be selling the new all improved Spectrum emulator. So there's the 3D printed design that I've done for a case, and this is the new one. I can show you the new board inside, and there you go, with one of those little speakers that will be soldered into place, and it's so much nicer, so much slimmer, and so much better looking than the original Spectrum emulator, which will not cost you £800 off eBay, not at all. You will actually be able to get this now for a hell of a lot cheaper. I don't like seeing people being ripped off just because they want to enjoy a bit of nostalgia and enjoy a bit of retro, or do things with a system, you know, at £800 just because they're slightly rare. It's an easy thing to make. Let's make it. It's not under copyright. It's open source. It's now done, and hopefully you'll be able to get the interface for your Tatton Einstein I'm working on something for the 256 at the moment, but for the original Tatton Einstein 1 yourself, and be able to emulate Spectrum games via basically loading them from a tape into the Tatton Einstein and playing them like their original Spectrum games, which makes the Einstein open up into a bigger system than it actually is. So there are now 10,000 potential games that you could play on that. That may be an exaggeration, but you see where I'm coming from with this. So, Game of the Year. Yes, I was one of the not so secret judges because I basically told everybody. And just looking through one or two things, I've been doing a little bit of printing, 3D printing lately. I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, and because Tomb Raider is going to be coming out soon, I 3D printed this. That was a free file that was able to download. I've been also doing other things to do with the Spectrum. Obviously I saw that as a free download, so I printed it myself. One, it's Night Law, it's upside down, it's not anymore. I like that. It's a tea coaster, it's flash, it's flush, there's no sticky uppy bits in there. Then I redesigned the Sabre Wolf sign, so we just got 3 colours, making it a 3 colour print rather than 4 or 5, but I've made it look nice. It actually looks really good. It's flat. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'll probably end up sticking it on the wall somewhere using a bit of double-sided sticky tape or even sticky pads, because I'm just an eccentric fan like that. Also, I've been having a look at this thing, and yeah, I know I've had one previous to this and I've been on my show. That is the Maxduino powered TZX loader, which can do tap files as well as TZX files, and it actually can cover quite a range of computers thanks to the hard work of many, including Ricky from YouMakerRobots.com. I cannot highly recommend this enough for your Spectrum Plus. Yes, if you've got a Spectrum Plus, which I happen to have one here, and I believe it's a working Spectrum Plus, it bolts onto the side like so, and it makes it look like it's a continuation of your Spectrum Plus, although I'm not so sure. Them lines look a bit deeper. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, and it divides the power strip, and you can then also put all those tap files or TZX files onto the SD card and load your original games using a Spectrum emulator loader. And the reason why I like that one is because it has got a slightly larger screen than other. The 3D printing quality of that has been vastly improved, and that is really nice. They're not cheap by any means of the imagination, but they certainly are worth it, especially if you want to make your Spectrum Plus look a lot better, and indeed I do. And that, my friend, is going to be a welcome addition to my Spectrum Plus, and it will stay there. But yes, that is one or two other things. So we've got a little over 5 minutes to go before Game of the Year starts, and we get to see all the categories and all the games listed. You may see my name, and I will definitely make sure that you can hear this. I will have to readjust the screen when it starts, so bear with. Let me just shrink it down a little bit for now, because as soon as it starts, and I've got to do a bit of shrinking. There we go. Boom. I'm going to go and enlarge the screen, and hopefully you'll have the whole full screen experience. We'll talk about what's going on, and don't forget, if you want to message me, I'm live on chat, and I'll be here to answer any of your particular questions. That'll be no problem at all. Other projects that I've been working on, I've been play testing the brand new Monty Mole game. This is disconcerting because I can see a red line across my face. I've just shut that up. Don't think I want to drink that one no more. That's the one I was drinking. Which is absolutely brilliant. Believe me, you are not going to be disappointed with the Wanted Monty Mole new remake for the ZX Spectrum Next, which was part of the Kickstarter campaign of Kickstarter 3, which there are some surprises in the books for that coming up shortly, because I'm privileged to some rather privileged information, and I know a little bit about what's going on. So yes, soon. Here we go. Let's have a look. We got the live chat. We don't need to see the live chat, so I'm going to cancel off that. And then we've got our full screen there. So yeah, right. Oh, I didn't mean to pause it. We'll have a delay. But here we go. Game of the year. Yes, ZX. Load ZX. The guys that do this every year, and I think it's marvellous that they do such a thing, and it really is. Display capture. There we go. We can lock that in place. So, I'm going to get rid of me for a bit and I'll come back as soon as it starts, which is only a few minutes away, and hopefully you'll get to see what's going on. I just need to take away my screen and put on manual. So not long now. Let's get the old screen back on. I'm back. Oh look, I've got my spinny chair. I've had to go 3D printing some blockages. It's like a little shield that you stick on the back there. I'm not convinced that that's a good idea, blocking off any air vents. But you know, it does look nice. Which one have I made? I'm going to improve upon that design because I'm going to make it so you've got a handle that you can get it off without actually using a screwdriver. At this particular moment in time, I'm looking for the screwdriver for me to be able to open it up and show you. But nevertheless, yeah. The humble Spectrum, and that's what it is on. Today is a celebration about the Spectrum and all the great games that people continuously make through the years, homebrew scene. And this year particularly has been just as eventful as every other year. Even without the great Zolsha able to bring back, it's now gone I'm afraid, but some of the stock I believe that you recently was able to buy from the great Alan Turvey, who's been converting a lot of games for the arcade. Other projects that I'm involved in is this one. Remember that device there? It's a mechanical keyboard, a mechanical that basically uses a joystick to press 5, 6, 7 and 8, and you just using your nought as the fire button. It's mechanical, I don't know how well you can see it, but it effectively pushes down. Now it's gone all quiet, it's told GOTY, so I presume they're about ready to start, and as soon as they do start, I will shut up and just listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin the GOTY 2025. Please welcome on stage the one and only Pixel Strings performing the GOTY team live.
Tried to mimic that. Okay guys, well done. We have a bit of music. Love his top. Wow, he's doing that live on the guitar. say that the audio isn't very good by the sounds of it. I bet it sounds better actually in that studio than it does coming over the internet. Sounds a bit distorted, to be quite honest with you, but then again they wouldn't know that unless they're actually watching a live stream of what they're doing. And it's gone particularly quiet, so something obviously gone wrong. But then it's live, so what do you expect? Okay.
Oh, voice. Oi, so. And now, let's welcome our hosts for today, Cristiana Reis and João Diogo Ramos.
Yay! This is the same room that they was in last year, these two. That guy there is a fantastic guy.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to GOTY 2025.
Welcome
Okay.
to the Load ZX Museum here in Cantanhede, and welcome to everyone watching online also.
Hello.
We'll do our best to keep the English simple and clear.
Thank
And
you.
we hope you enjoy our accents. They are part of the show.
And João, the first moment is your opening speech.
Let's do it.
Once again, as I
Okay,
say.
so, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Cantanhede, a city and a region with a little bit of everything one may need. It is the city where I was born, where I live, and a place I am deeply proud to call home. We are here because in early 2019, when this project was first presented, the municipality, and specifically Pedro Cardoso, sensed that it might be a good idea, it might hold something special. He opened the door and to what was just an idea back then, and it seems we truly did have something special over here. We are here because the people of this region are resilient and dynamic. They believe that the impossible may take a little work, but it's achievable. One of my greatest personal examples of that spirit was my father. For the first time, he will not be here with us tonight, and I would like to dedicate this gala to him. Throughout the year, we celebrate the formal 5th anniversary of the Load ZX Museum that occurred last October. 5 years of building a meeting point for everyone whose lives were touched and inspired by the ZX Spectrum.
Here.
For most of us, our strongest memories of the Spectrum came from games, the loading screens, the music, the challenges, the friendships. And today, we are here to celebrate those same games, still being created, still being developed, still being imagined for this little computer that many call old, but that remains pretty much alive. Enrico Lifier, who is here with us today, led the team that elevated to the highest level the idea that the ZX Spectrum could have a new life in the 21st century. Enrique, thank you for being here with us in person. The museum continues to preserve and document this collective history. Through our professional documentary about Timex, a mini documentary dedicated to the preservation of a lost Timex Portugal networking technology called TENET, a television miniseries for national broadcast that reminds us that there is still so much to tell, and also our participation in the British documentary celebrating the 40 years of ZX Spectrum. You may notice I like cinema a lot and these kind of things, and that is why I like to call this ceremony the Oscars of the ZX Spectrum games. The GOTY was originally dreamed and idealized by Mário Viegas, a member of the Planeta Sinclair team, who first imagined that these games deserved a proper celebration as we collectively been demonstrating here at the museum. Thank you, André, on behalf of Planeta Sinclair, for the trust and opportunity. This is the 6th edition of the GOTY that we co-organized. It's the 4th live edition happening in Cantanhede. For the first time, all the presenters are physically with us. Thank you, Ravi Ortiz, for traveling from Barcelona, from Spain over here. Thank you, Tiago Ladeiro, one of the great references of the Portuguese game development area, for joining us. Last year, we already began to have nominated game creators in the audience with us. Let's see what happens this year, but the future feels promising. This gala is not built on large budgets. It is built on will, on dedication, on creativity. And you know, makes it even more meaningful. Behind the scenes, we continue working on preservation projects that I truly believe will make 2026 our best year. But I can't reveal anything yet. As for today we celebrate the games, the creators, and this living legacy. Welcome to the GOTY 2025.
Good, well said. Well
Thank
said.
you. Thank you, João. And people might not see it, but I can see there's a special bright in your eyes when you talk about this museum.
Certainly is. So should be proud.
It's
So
a
should
fact,
be.
and today is another special moment for our project, so let's carry on.
Yes, and to guide us through the games, we need the person who followed every release during the year.
Yeah, the founder of Planeta Sinclair, I already mentioned him. It is where it all started. It's our game expert, André Luna Leão. Please join us on stage.
Good old Andrea. Well, not so much
Welcome,
of you.
Andrea. Andrea, before we start with today's awards, let's take a quick look at previous winners, shall we?
Okay, please, let's see the video.
Oh, bit of a difference in the audio. I've got to watch that. The mics are quiet, but the intro's are loud, so they could do with adjusting that. That's a text adventure game, isn't it? Is that really 2019? Valley of the Rains? What a game that is. And Travel Through Time, was it? 2021. I knew that well. 2022. I wasn't a fan of that game. It was nicely done though. That was the next level. That was unbelievable, that game. I still arguably say that was one of the best games. This is also one of the best games I've ever seen for the Spectrum in this modern era, and certainly, probably, throughout the eras as one of the standout games of all time.
These were the winners from the old last year since the GOTY started. And Andre, of course, you might have noticed, but 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, GOTY 2025. It's the 10th edition of the GOTY Awards. Congratulations. Thank you.
Big round of applause, everybody.
Yes,
Thank
certainly
you.
is.
It's a pleasure to be here once again. So thank you, João, as well. Thank you, Cristiana.
Yeah, it's of course it has been, and it is something that will keep evolving. We are never happy with what we do, but the fact is that it takes a lot of passion and resilience to keep something like this running for so long.
For the courage and persistence from the team of Planeta Sinclair, led by you, we have prepared a small surprise.
Open it,
It's a Commodore.
open it, and you can perhaps read it.
It's a Commodore Mini.
Read it to everyone.
I wasn't expecting nothing like this.
You need glasses?
I presented to Planeta Sinclair for the continued passion, initiative, and
Resilience, yep.
Okay. Yes.
Like
that's,
this.
that's better. No.
No.
That have made the 10th edition of the ZX Spectrum Games Awards possible.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This,
Thank you.
so we, there was someone that some weeks ago suggested that you deserved an award. And I read this message on social media, and I started thinking of this, and the only person that knew about this was Diogo. And we spoke about this, and the fact is, it's the 10th edition of the GOTY.
Yeah.
We know it's not easy, it's challenging, and the fact is, because you created Planeta Sinclair, this all exists, and so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's incredible. I'm speechless. I was
I do watch his live streams occasionally. Quite enjoy it.
on behalf
Obviously, it's in a
of
different
Planeta
language.
Sinclair and myself, I would like to thank you very much for.
Very well.
for this.
Andre, you can go to your place. I will deliver this back, and we can go on.
Yes. We want to thank all jury members for their time, expertise, and patience.
No, it's not that part yet.
No? It's
No,
not?
Someone made a mistake there.
Ah,
no.
okay.
I think before that, we need to, if Andre is already.
Now we
said
have
them
a blooper. Now we have a blooper.
Yeah, now we have.
Okay.
We can start doing videos about that also. Andre, are you ready?
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah,
We
let's
love
go.
it, even
So I
every
think
mistake.
the first question to you is, can you somehow summarize how was 2025 in terms of games? What can you share
Yeah.
with us?
Brilliant.
The year 2025 confirmed the vitality and maturity of game development for the ZX Spectrum, driven mainly by the international homebrew community and retro competitions such as Byte Maniacs by Radastan and
Love the backdrop.
Yandex Retro Game Battles, the Russian competition. These two competitions alone gave rise to almost 50 games.
50 games?
There are about around 300 games created for the ZX Spectrum and Spectrum Next during the year. The quality of the games remained very high. Choosing the winners was not easy at all. Although 3 or 4 games included in the GOTY top 10 stood out from the other games.
We will
we'll
see about that
yeah.
later.
The top 10
I'm pretty sure I know
was,
which 3 or 4 he's
once
talking
again
about.
quite diversified with games from various styles, including text adventures, strategy, and even a Portuguese game. So
Okay.
we can carry on.
We have a lot to.
There was a brilliant
to see.
Portuguese
So,
game.
Thank you, Andre. Now, the next part is about the jury, and it's a key part of the GOTY. It's to know about the jury behind these decisions. This year, for the first time, Flip Vega is not here with us. He could not join us on stage, so I will replace him on this section. People may agree more or less with our awards model. We know this is always subjective. But this is what we believe is the fairest approach to everyone, and the one that we believe is defendable, knowing that it has pros and cons as any other thing.
And now we really want to thank all jury members for their time, expertise, and patience.
So for the second time, let's thank them.
They are very important. So
Okay.
We're going to see a clip now of the jury members, probably.
So with the help from my colleagues, I will start presenting the jury. So from the British community, we have Dave Hughes and Peter Jones, both related to the Spectrum Computing, which is a reference website for everything related to the ZX Spectrum
Excellent.
games. We also have Wayne Robbins, this nice friend of ours, met him some years ago. It's a content creator, always up to date with everything related to the Spectrum. Then, moving to the Eastern Europe, we have Mikhail Sudakov. He's a news reporter experienced in all things related to 8-bits. He's also, together with Andre, one of the jurors in the Yandex competition. Then from Italy, we have Alexandru Grusu-Beck. He's a game creator and the man behind the impressive project called Spectrumpedia. From Spain, here with us for the first time, Ravi Ortiz, a content creator always close to our initiatives in the museum and Planeta Sinclair.
Yeah, he's got a
Also
great
from Spain,
channel.
but living in Japan, Juanjo Munoz, founder in 1988 of CAD, the Text Adventures fan club that has its own magazine. For the first time, from Uruguay, Rodolfo Guerra,
Welcome
the author
aboard.
of the TK90X generation book, and probably the biggest researcher in all things TK related. Also from Latin America, but from Brazil, Robson Rangel, who has been a GOTY jury member for several years already. And now, from Portugal, Catarina Costa. Also a past GOTY jury, Luís Rato, a repeating member, one of the world's biggest collectors of ZX Spectrum tiles. I don't know if he's number one or number two in the world, but he's one of the biggest, we know that for sure. And he's always involved in our activities. Joining us this year, also from the Portuguese community, Miguel Cruz, deeply knowledgeable of all things related to the ZX Spectrum and many other gaming systems. He's a regular contributor to pages such as Rubber Chicken or Gold Coin. And finally, from Planeta Sinclair, they don't need introductions, but we have my friends André Leão, Mario Viegas, who I mentioned already, and Felipe Veiga that could not be with us in person this year. So, if there were any doubts, our awards are not decided by a single individual. They reflect the collective judgment of this panel of 15 respected figures from the global ZX Retro community.
And I had great fun
Thank
in
you,
judging
Joel.
these games.
Thank you.
Great fun. Come on.
We will now enter our first category, and as usual, we will start with technical categories. The first one is best loading screen.
André, a few words about the finalists we're about to see.
Yes. 5 games by alphabetical order: Asymmetry, Perseus, Intercity, Travel Unlimited, and Phoenix. Let's go for the first one, Asymmetry. Just when we thought we had seen everything from the Russian publisher, Zozia, 2 of their contributors, Manu and Kit, came up with 2 excellent games for the Yandex competition. The first of these games was Asymmetry. Yes, it's Asymmetry like...
What a loading
like
screen that is.
1S and...
My
2S.
personal favourite, I think.
Basically, it has the usual quality of Zozia releases with
Yeah.
very expressive colors, sometimes huge and beautiful sprites and frenetic action, contributing to its second place in the Yandex competition. Next, we have Perseus. In 2023, Vengeance, which is with us
Here
today.
yeah.
He made his ZX Spectrum debut with Weapons, the White Cat. That year, the game narrowly missed the top 10 of the GOTY awards. This year, that changed with Perseus. His new game, an epic adventure with a distinctly old-school feel and beautiful graphics, perfectly suited to the game's style. And the author has now received the recognition he lacked in 2023.
My chair's a bit
It's
squeaky, I
also worth
apologise.
noting that the game has 2 endings. One of these is unlikely. Next, we have Sinclair City. Usually
Nice loading
can
screen
do
on that
the
one.
Sinclair City, like Forillo and Javier Fapiani are well known in the ZX Spectrum world through their beautiful games previously awarded at GOTY events. Now they have joined forces and developed an adventure full of reference to old ZX Spectrum games, with several dynamics in the style of the big productions of the 80s. And of course, with excellent graphics as usual from these authors. The trailer for this game was released for the very first time in the GOTY last year. You must remember that.
Yep. Really well.
Travel Unlimited is the second game to be developed by former Zozia employees, and like Asymmetry, it finished on the podium at the Yandex competition. The game is a spin-off of the Travel Through Times series, a game that won the GOTY some years ago. There is no storyline here, but the speeds are even higher, and there are options to upgrade your cars. And of course, plenty of classic cars. Also incredible, this game also runs on 48K. And 2 bits, last one, and of course it couldn't leave out the game that won the Yandex competition. Its author, Serge Smirnov, had already demonstrated his full potential with Nothing, a game that won second place in the 2021 GOTY. With Kubix, the author brings us a game that starts in 2D and moves to 3D as we acquire some abilities. The game is a puzzle platform.
What a great game that is.
Elements of
One of my
Metroidvania.
favourites.
Has 6 large locations, towers, like in Nibelus, more than 10 various game mechanics, cute characters, and mind-blowing logical puzzles.
Okay. Thank you, Andre. And to present this award, please welcome Sara Brado and Liliana Malva.
Wow, here we go. First award. Who is number 1 in the loading screen category? So this is for the best loading screen for those that have just joined me.
For the third consecutive year, we have Sara Brad from Tourism of Cantanhede with us. This year, she's joined by Liliana Malva, representing the Municipal Service of Museums and Cultural Heritage. It's a pleasure to welcome you. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. When we talk about the ZX Spectrum, very often we remember the waiting. That magical, sometimes eternal, few minutes while the cassette was loading.
Oh yes. A loading screen could make it,
Not loading.
or not loading, yeah. Loading screen got you into the game. While it was loading, it's what you had to look at. And very often a good loading screen would make you want to play the game more. And a bad loading screen would...
Close now. Wow. So the loading screen was the first contact with adventure. Even before the gameplay, the music, before the action, there was an image. And it was a single static picture that carried the promise of an entire world.
For many of us, those images were pure imagination. They made us dream about what was coming next.
And today, we celebrate also the art of anticipation. Because the ZX Spectrum, even waiting, can be beautiful.
And the nominees for Best Loading Screen are
Here we go. Best loading screen. Nicely done, guys. What a loading screen that is. Beautiful. That's my winner. That's my personal favourite. Hair Trigger. Yeah. Lee Chops always does great loading screens. A personal friend of mine, and that certainly doesn't. That is great as well. Lunar Patrol. Isn't these loading screens just brilliant? It was really hard to... That was fantastic. I love that game as well. The game's pretty good. Yeah, it's nicely done. Not my personal favourite, to be honest.
And the winner of the best
Wait,
loading
wait,
screen.
It's the first category. I forgot. I forgot that.
And the first winner of the night is...
We're still warming up.
We need a drum roll.
Asymmetry.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. Best loading screen,
A big round
Asymmetry.
of applause.
Yes, come on, well done. That is the best one. That is just a beautiful loading screen.
Congratulations to all the finalists. And
Yes,
all the
congratulations to
participants.
Lee, especially. Lee Chops, you done well there.
Let's load for next year.
I'm sure
Thank
they
you.
will.
Thank you.
Totally agree with that. That is what I've got. Asymmetry, best loading screen without a doubt. There wasn't much in it.
Deliver the awards to each of the winning teams. Sometimes it's not easy because many are located in Eastern Europe and not always. It seems strange, but not always it's possible to ship them, but that's the objective. That's why we keep doing them. Andrea was telling me, and it's true, so he introduced 5 games that were not specifically the 5 from this category. There was a swap here. Still, Andrea, anything you want to say?
Yeah.
You spoke about the symmetry, which was the winner.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, it was my fault. Yes, I'm going to talk about 3 other games. The first one is Air Trigger. It was nominated. Imagine a hero with the strength of air. That's what you find in
Well done, Lee, for getting a
Seven
nomination,
games.
mate. There was a
Air
lot of
Trigger
great
is one
loading
the
screens
games
this year
that were
to
released
get
in
inside the top 5.
2025, and in our opinion, is best work to date. The loading screen is also very beautiful and well crafted, so it's no wonder it has been praised by the entire community. Then we have Lunar Patrol. 2025 was the year, unfortunately, that Gabriel Amor, the author of this game, left the ZX Spectrum. After many years and the dozens of projects offered to the community, always showing great progress game after game. Lunar Patrol is a clone of Moon Patrol, a game that, unlike Moon Alert, offers more speed. It also has a good gameplay, and the loading screen is also very well done. Then we have It the Fun. It the Fun ritual. It the Fun. Now, sorry, we have Pluik.
I don't know how to say the name.
How to say,
Someone
yeah.
asked me and I didn't know how to say the name, honestly.
It's another game in the style of Denis Gratsev previous works, bringing to mind Ringo, one of the most awarded games in previous GOTY editions. The game mixes puzzles with platforming with spectacular graphics, very different from what we are used to see on the ZX Spectrum. But those familiar with these authors' games are already used to it. The loading screen is another marvel by Ivan Seleznev.
Okay. And that's why it was as a finalist in the category.
Yes.
Okay, very well. Let's move to the next category. With this, we already presented 8 games of the ones that are competing, and so with the flow, it will speed up. Now the next one is
Best sound.
Best sound.
And-
Oh, this was
yeah,
tough.
Andre. Any special games still for this category for best sound?
Yes.
From the finalists?
It's Kubix, Bubbleback, the story of Forward to the Past, Asymmetry, Duke, and It the Fun. I already talked about Asymmetry, Duke, and
Yeah, this was a tough one for me
Yes.
to judge.
Okay.
So much
no,
strength
Bubbleback.
in creating
Bubbleback,
AY
the story
music.
of Forward to the Past, to the past.
Didn't enjoy
Yeah.
trying to
It's a
pick
well-
a favourite out of
yeah.
this.
Slowly Soft, the team behind Bubbleback, was created by father and son, Nate and Dave Sloan, and they released new platformers with a remarkable regularity. The game features, as usual, Libby's brilliant music, and for those who don't know him, he was the big winner in this category last year. The game also have loads of reference to old ZX Spectrum games. Then we have It the Fun. Ritual in games typically features high quality music, as he is also an excellent musician. And this time the music was entrusted to Pedro Pimenta, CJ Echo, Pussy, Equator, and Royal, with melodies from for all tastes and flavors, whether in the 48K or the 128K. But beyond that, the game has great quality, even though it was created with a limited engine like Shoot 'em Up designer.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
So-
you, Andre.
thank you.
Yep. So let's see if we have the same winner from last year or not. It's one of the teams competing.
You
So
have
we're going
to
present
take your
this one.
hat off. At the
To
moment,
present
it's all
this
been
award,
English,
Please welcome Retro Raider and Pixel.
and they've said everything in English. They've been English all the way through so far. Considering this is in Portugal, it's amazing to have so much
So,
English language,
Both of them part of the street gaming family.
especially for the
and
UK
also
and American
musicians.
audience. They
Retro
deliberately doing
Raider
this.
created the GOTY team that Pixel performed in the opening. We haven't created yet the best outfit award, but it's not forgotten. So you need to keep
Once
coming
again.
like that. The stage is yours, guys. And the envelope is there. This time I didn't forget. Yes.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Good afternoon, everyone. Johnny, if you don't mind, I'm going to let you do most of the talking in a way to redeem yourself. Okay? I think it was the best moment from last year.
Yeah, it was memorable.
Yeah.
Memorable. A big round of applause for last year's big moment. So why are we here? Why is sound important?
Well, I think that in terms of video game, of course, that is a very
You know, it's a type of media where the visuals, of course, are very important and probably is the essential part of the experience. But I think that a good soundtrack can really uplift a game, of course.
Yeah, I totally agree. Image, of course, is a major issue. Of course, it's of the utmost importance, but sounds is just that extra cherry on the
Sound
cake.
can
It makes all the
create a
difference.
great atmosphere
Especially
behind any
musicians, I
game.
think,
It can make an
And
average
especially
game
I'm talking
seem
about
really good,
The Spectrum is a very specific type of
and it can
sound,
make a
so,
really
fans
good
of
game
cheap
seem
notes,
brilliant.
It's really cool.
It can also
Yep.
let a game down
So
if
let's
it was
go.
done wrong. So here's the categories for the best
We're
sound
going
in a
to
game.
announce the nominees at the moment. For
And I
best
think they
sound.
should be divided into two categories. I think we should have beeper and AY, but I think at this
So we
time,
have Asymmetry as one of the nominees.
yeah, it was good. I wouldn't say it was my favourite.
Next we have Bubble,
This
Bubble
was
Back,
brilliant.
Story of Ford to the Past 2.
Love that.
Then we have
That
Cubic
was excellent.
as another nominee. Best
This,
sound.
Then we have Hit the Fan.
We hit the lights from the towers. Then we have Quiet
this was weird
as
but
another
brilliant.
nominee for best sound.
And the
So let's
best
have a
sound.
look.
Can you guys give us a drum roll?
I'll take Cubics.
You're gonna be the one. You're gonna be the one this year. I think it makes all the difference.
So the winner for best soundtrack is Cubic.
I thought so. Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely, well done,
I
brilliant.
want to also thank you once again for having the privilege of
Well, it comes out loud.
Johnny Retro's soundtrack for Load. It's been great.
Yeah,
Wish you
Cubics
guys-
had the best sound. Yeah, it
Great
was really tough
afternoon.
one to. They were
Thank you
all good.
guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well done.
Thank you.
Pluck UK was different, and I love that too.
I
but
have
so
to say I'm
far,
surprised because,
best
I have in
loading
my
screen,
notes,
asymmetry.
it-
Best
Robbins
sound in the game,
Johnny
Cubics.
ruined
Two
the
categories
presentation
down, and
all the time. I should make a joke with him, but the fact is the guy performed professionally. So João, I double your cachet right away.
Congratulations, João.
It's a lot.
And let's move on. And the next category and technical ones, technical pro, is best graphics. Andre, a few words about the finalists.
Yes, we have 5 games. Now, the games I spoke in the beginning. Asymmetry, Perseus, Sinclair City, Travel Unlimited, and Cubics. I already spoke about them. Sorry for that.
yeah, this is.
Okay, you can carry
I think
on.
it's between asymmetry.
Okay, thank you, Andre. And to present this award, please welcome Paulo Marques and Rui Martins.
They could probably do with some microphones in the audience to catch all the clapping
Paul
that's
is the
going on.
owner of the Step the Retro Shop and our most recent member in the Street Gaming family. 7 lives. 7 lives. Yeah. He's joined by Rui, one of the museum volunteers, a game developer on its own, and the man behind the ZX Robo project. The stage is yours, guys.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So, we are here in an era of 4K resolutions, and we are here to present an award to all the developers that nowadays actually provide chunky pixels to give us great graphics on Spectrum games during 2025. So, the pixels itself have very limited color capabilities, but they trick
I'm
us
getting there.
to actually
So,
use your imagination so that you
best
can
loading
see
screen, asymmetry.
dragons,
Congratulations.
spaceships, or demons, right?
Best sound,
Besides
Cubics. Congratulations.
Besides that, we can't forget that still today we have the famous color clash that Spectrum is famous for. It's not a bug. It is a fashion statement that only the Spectrum can afford.
Personally, I think the game of the year will be between those particular two.
Best graphics is about all the
Yeah.
pixels that make us
Which one of those two is going to win at the end of the day? I would say let's have a look. I've just got asymmetry, maybe. Cubics. Ooh, it's going to be tight. Cubics was brilliant. These are the two games I feel it's going to be. Which one of these is going to be first and second? This wasn't bad. Love the animation of the guy, the character there, the main sprite. That was definitely full of colour. Brilliant to see. Hello there, by the way, to first person that's commented. Travel through time for a racing game with sprites scaling like that. It's amazing. So best graphics.
And the winner is Asymmetry.
Asymmetry. Oh yes, it was hard between that and Cubics. Cubics didn't have a lot going on the screen, but what it was doing really well. But these graphics were fabulous. Certainly got the best loading screen. So at the moment it looks like it's Asymmetry ahead. Cubics in second place. It's hard to fathom who's going to be in third, fourth and fifth. But at the moment I would say Asymmetry is definitely ahead.
We introduce a brand new category, Best Demo.
Yeah, this is a new one. We did not even announce it last year. It's a category suggested by our friends from Inertia Association, the entity responsible for the spread of the demo scene phenomenon that fuses
Best
art
demo.
with technology.
This and the ZX Spectrum Next categories mark a new era in GOTY.
Excellent.
where we
Spectrum
bring
Next being included
specialized
this year is always a welcome
allowing
addition.
us to enlarge our
And
focus
because of it
to
they'll have a
traditional
larger fan base and more people
And to
will
present this
probably
award,
want to
please
see
welcome
Game of the Year.
Cruz and Luis Correa
They're the
from
first
Inertia
and they should be the
Association.
only ones doing this because they've deserved it. Well done. Well done.
They will explain all about this category. The stage is yours, guys. And I think I need to give you something.
Thank you.
Hello everyone,
Speak up.
Luis, this is Philip. And as one mentioned, we are representing Associação Inertia. This is a Portuguese non-profit organization that promotes the demo scene, computer art.
Best demo
culture,
category coming up.
cultural and also
I didn't judge this category, so I'm pretty exempt from it, but I wished I had it on.
Every year there are dozens of new demo scene productions released for this beloved platform. To help us select the nominees for this category, we gathered a jury of seasoned ZX Spectrum demo sceners. So it wasn't just us Inertia; it was people used to develop for the ZX Spectrum, and we asked them to rate the best demos of 2025.
Yeah. But before we list our nominees, we have a couple of notes. The first one is we have a 1-minute video from one of our nominated entry, Parallel Visions, telling us a little bit of what it was all about, creating the first anaglyphic 3D demo for the ZX Spectrum. Let's take a look.
Oi! Thank you for considering our intro Parallel Visions. In it, we tried to show something that had not yet been done before in a Specky demo, at least to our knowledge. Hopefully we had red-blue glasses for watching it. The intro had been finished at the party place, and we barely made it before the deadline, as usual. But we had a lot of fun, as you can clearly see on this picture that I want to share with you, that was taken at the party place.
He looks a bit upset.
It even got remade as a Specky screen by Grongi. The source code for the intro is on GitHub, so take a look if you are curious. And it includes Pro Tracker module for the wonderful soundtrack by Patter. Obrigado.
It'd be hard to show you the demos throughout, but
We have another quick note, also related to the same developer. We have an honorable mention to a demo released in 2025 that had a bit of an unfair advantage to the other demos in the category. We're talking about the first full-fledged demo for the ZX Spectrum Next, so using the Next capacities. It's called Touching the Sun by Virtual Vision Group. It was released at Demo Smash Demo Party in the United States. We'll have a little surprise about that later on in the show.
Okay, so here are the 5 nominees for the best demo category at the GOTY ZX Spectrum Awards 2025.
Ed Morton by A Rising Joker, a collaboration between two Polish groups that won the Spectrum Demo Party.
By Stardust, winner of the Players Manufacturing Demo Party, Veronica.
hard speeds forever, 156 bytes into my goodies with some very clever use of basic keywords.
Gain again by the 5-finger punch Devil Room from Sweden.
That's pretty cool.
And parallel vision by Automata Lab and personal vision first English demo for this one. Now we need to take a look what's inside.
I wouldn't know. I didn't see any of these demos.
The winner for the GOTY ZX Spectrum 2025 demo category is Ed Mortem by Arise and Joker.
Yeah, it did look impressive for what I saw of it there.
They couldn't be here in person since they are from Poland, but we tried to ask them to deliver a video. They unfortunately didn't have time to deliver anything, but we will screen the demo for you to see it. It's only 4 minutes long, so not that long. I hope you enjoy it. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the GOTY organization for having...
I hope they screen that demo now, that'd be good.
Interesting, and yeah, please enjoy the best ZX Spectrum demo from 2025. Thank you.
Flip, we need to arrange to deliver the award later. In the meantime, we'll see the demo, and after the demo, we'll go on the first break, 10 minutes maximum. There's some, I see some bottles that I didn't knew, but there's some bottles in the bar. There's champagne, so let's enjoy ourselves for a few 10 minutes maximum, and then we come back. But first, let's see the demo.
As I say, let's have a look at this demo. I haven't seen this demo myself, so yeah. Nice start. Nothing ready to blow me away yet. Good graphics mainly. Yeah, I like that. Now we're into the actual demo. This is all technically brilliant. Nice bit of shading there for a cube. Great AY tune in the background too, which we can't interstate that. That's a great bit of AY. Ooh, a nice sound drop as well. Once again, it's just mainly graphics, unless suddenly head rotates. There's nothing really. That's a nice effect. The problem is when you've seen the best demos that anything else is pale in comparison, and I've seen some absolutely brilliant demos to the Spectrum. I like that. That's unnerving. a couple of effects. Most of it's just been a series of pictures, really. You know, that's looking neat. Yeah, I wasn't that over impressed with it, to be fair. But then again, I've seen some great demos. I think Ultraviolet and
Okay, 10 minutes break and then we're back.
10 minutes break. Okay, so what have we had so far? There you go, link there. So we've got 3 full categories down already. We've had the best loading screen. We've had the best sound of the game. And followed that with, at the end there, the best demo, which is a new category that I didn't get to judge. I don't think that was in the files that were sent to me. I'll have a look. But I was sort of behind on schedule about judging the game of the year. As one of the judges, it's hard to keep these things a secret, but indeed I do. So yes, things are going well. Let's have a look at any comments that have been made. Which one of these is your personal favourite on the Specky? Out of all the ones that we've just seen demo-wise, none of them, because I didn't get to see them. If you're talking about games, it's... I would say, to me, I think Asymmetry has been the standout game of the year, followed by Cubics. Which one of those two will actually win? At the moment, I'd say Asymmetry is in the lead. One Sinclair City is not a bad game at all, but there was 1 or 2 other great games. One was strange to judge, which is a category yet to be coming up and coming, will be the best basic game. Because I played through all of those best basic games to see which one I preferred, and I just had to check. Because some of these basic games, they ran like they was coded, and I couldn't believe that they was actually basic, but yet I had to hack into them, break and have a look to see at the basic itself. I couldn't believe how well they got these things to run. Now, what considers you basic is they do use a few data for the graphics, which is encoded into the game. That's okay, because it was typed in basic. But any basic that uses data to add code into a code section and uses that code to help run the game is then bordering on using code for the game, but via the basic to interpret it into the back end of the memory. So it's hard to judge the best basic game, because a lot of them did do that, but at the same time you could say, well, the whole thing was loaded as a basic program. The basic put the code in afterwards. Okay, as long as it's done with data statements and poke statements, yes. But if it's code that's been blocked onto, you can get a lot of that you couldn't physically type in. If it's code that you can physically type in via a data and then a read and statement, yep, that's fair enough. But if it's something you can't physically type in, and it's something that's coded and just looks like a load of question marks and that, then to me that is not the best basic game. So that category is yet to come, best basic game. Best adventure is another category that will be on its way. That one is one that I, again, didn't get to judge in full, because best adventure games, they take a long time to play. So those are the 2 categories that I kind of opted out of. I didn't see the demo scene. I would have actually loved to have judged that one, but then that was a late edition and probably didn't get to me in time, however. So, with the loading screen, I totally agree with the decision there. With the sound, I agree with the decision there. But once again, as I said with the sound category, AY and beeper should be in 2 different categories. Your best beeper sound, which is the Spectrum 48K sound without AY, and best AY sound. So I think they do need to separate that into 2 categories. I'll pass my thoughts on to Loads of X about that, and say best sound should be best beeper sound, or best AY sound, or best combined sound even. But yeah, so far so good. They're having a short break. I will have a break in a moment. I'll go down and grab myself something else to drink, because with the amount of speaking that I'm presumably going to be doing today, that I will probably dry up a little bit. But yeah, now other things going on. We're looking forward to Zap Live. I'm doing work in the background here already, which is going to be at the holiday, the Village Hotel in Coventry this time round. 5-star venue with more rooms, bigger, and we can be able to introduce more people. Also, the ZX Spectrum's Personal Crash Live will also be from the same venue later on in the year. Both events will be big with all the people who are responsible from coding games back in the 80s and 90s will be there to do a talk and talk about the fun times they had creating these games, or not so much fun, and talk about the bugs of the game as well. So let's have a look at the comments so far. My favourite Spectrum game. Good one. It was, I would say it was Anterior, because I like that. Jetpack, Manic Miner, Amarotti. I love that game. I'd say Amarotti was one of my favourite Spectrum games. Wheelie, you know, they're all great games. Night Law. The game that probably I played more than most, first game I ever played on the Spectrum, believe it or not, was Manic Miner, and I did quite well on my very first go. I managed to get about 5 screens in, but I'd been watching my friend by the name of Peter. They had a Spectrum, 48k Spectrum. I didn't have a Spectrum at the time. I'd watched them playing it and I virtually copied them exactly, and so I got to 5 screens in on my first go of Manic Miner, which I thought was quite an amazing achievement, you know, for the age I was back then. I was probably about 11, you know, to get past the first screen. I don't know whether that was a fluke or just following them word for word, but yeah. So yes, but there's been so many games for the Spectrum, it really is hard to pick a favourite. Uridium, fantastic. Oh, Nebulous, I loved playing that one. That was amazing to see that. I know Cubics is like a Nebulous, the rotating thunder where you're climbing up, and you have to get to the top of the tower, and it changes when you get to the next top of the tower. I thought that was an amazing game. That was a standout. And Cubics is much the same. Less detail in the background, but it's just, it was brilliant. Cubics though, Nebulous is always 2D. It's always 2D. You can always see, you know, that sprite you can always see going along in a 2D, where Cubics, you can see the sprite sort of like coming towards you. So there's plenty of graphics there. So that's why I think that Cubics is now coded better than Nebulous because of that. Where Nebulous is, as I say, you just got the tower and you just see one vision. Even though it's a 3D rotating tower, it's just a 2D perspective, where Cubics is actually a 3D perspective as it rotates round as you go through level to level. So yeah, that was one of the standout games from back in the 80s that I truly remember. I remember playing Beachhead, thinking it was marvellous. Beachhead 2, not so good, but I still enjoyed it. Stop the Express, there was a game called Nicotine's Nightmare, and Transylvanian Terror. The early Spectrum games, the ones that I can remember most, were more, they wasn't brilliant, but I had fonder memories of them. And I am all Spectrum, as you probably know. I've even got pillowcases with a word. Oh, that's upside down. Yeah, that's my pillowcase. Everything I do here is Spectrum related. So yeah, right, I'm going to leave you with this for a minute. I'm just going to pop downstairs. If it starts, I'll be without you, but I'll be back in a second. So in the meantime, enjoy this small intro and commercial break. Let's leave you a Trans Am. Shall we do Trans Am or retro programming? There we go. 2 minutes, folks, and I'll be back right with you. I'm back, and I'll say hello to anybody there. Hello to Richard, how are you? Yeah, okay. It is technically brilliant, Cubics, I agree, Richard, but at the same time, let me get back in. As I say, when you've got games like the one that's in the lead at the moment, but narrowly, with graphics and sound, you know, Cubics has won the best sound category, and I think that has got a great chance as being the best platformer as well, because the category is best platformer. Now we can have a look at the categories. I didn't mention all the categories before now. I know that we've got best Polish game as a category, which is a new one, and we've had the best loading screen. Asymmetry. It's between Asymmetry and Cubics, I reckon, this entire for the for the Game of the Year award at the end, which is the one that we've all collectively come to a decision via our points and the way we score these things as being the best game. I need a drink. Drink. Yeah, so here we go, back to it. Oh great, I love that game too. Cyberwolf was a great game. So any minute now we're going to go back to the award ceremony and they're going to go for the next category. The only thing I would add about this is their audio for the microphones is a lot quieter than the actual audio of the clips. So I have noted that and I'm hoping to produce that next time. Don't forget, if you do comment, I'm still here and I can read through your comments and I will try my best to read them out when I spot them. I've got a big large screen so I can see. This is my monitor, by the way. It's a screen when I'm able to monitor it. I used to do it using my mobile phone, but my mobile phone is a little bit on the small side, so now I can actually see what it is that you're writing. Yeah. Hopefully, here we go. They'll be back on with us now. So it's gone quiet.
Can you go to your places, please?
I'm here. No, get lost.
We are back again, so please take a seat.
I could come out with some wicked game.
Thank you all. So we're back, and to restart in the best way, we have a special performance, gameplay and music from movies. The games, just like the movies, makes us dream. We decided to honor some of those icons that were both present in movies and in our games. Ladies and gentlemen,
Interesting.
Pixel Strings with us again.
Pixel Strings, gameplay in movies. Now the audio last time wasn't very good, so I'm hoping it's improved this time round. Axel F. Beverly Hills Cop. I think what the problem we've got here is it's meant to be catching the stereo and only one side of the channel is coming through, and it's nothing to do with me, it's down to them, which is a shame, but we can note it. Beverly Hills Cop is the game playing in the background by the looks of things. I'm presuming he's going to change it for another game, which makes me beg, why didn't he put that closer to where the keyboard was so he didn't have to move over there? But, you know. Top Gun. You can see where this is leading. Oh, he dropped a note there. He dropped a note then. My friend Richard Faulkner would be able to judge his guitar playing right now, not me. The 18. Yeah, the audio is patchy at best, isn't it? I'm afraid when they do the live performance, the audio is not coming over that good. No, it's almost barely unlistenable. It's coming out clearer now. I was changing it manually. Should have had somebody there, shouldn't you? Miami voice. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the audio of the live stream. It's a bit poor. Oh, no, there's with Rocky, yeah. Rocky with the word Frank Bruno boxing is in the background. That's a Rocky game. Do you know, I've never played Rocky. I've never played Rocky on the Spectrum. Right. I've had some videos of my own. Ghostbusters? It's not coming through too clearly, is it, that?
Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you gonna call, Tony? Something weird.
There's the rocky loading screen. That's not the best, is it? That's awful, that loading screen.
I'm pretty local.
There's the game. Don't know how to play it.
Muito obrigado. GOTY 2025.
Yeah, not great.
Thank you very much.
How can we help you?
Need to do something about the audio next time round with that.
Help.
Didn't get any applause, did he? To be quite honest, didn't see anyone clapping or hear anyone clapping. As I say, probably could do with a
round of
microphone in the
applause again,
audience.
Please.
Yeah. She'd have to prompt somebody to clap.
I said I was a big fan of movies, so I obviously like this a lot. Thank you, Pixel, for all of this. So, where are
Thank you
we?
so much. It's time to move, so let's do a quick catch up of the regular categories so far. Asymmetry is leading with 2 awards already, and Cubics has 1 award.
Okay. So, next we have the best basic game.
And
Best
there are a few
basic
words
game.
about the
This is a
finalists.
category that was
We have,
interesting.
Bola Lela 5, Sinclair Tower, ZX Snake 2, Crazy
Sinclair Tower
Burger,
is quite
and
good.
Space Bros. About Bola Lela 5, as the name suggests, is the 50th episode in a series of games with the same thematic. It was created by the Genius Baker, and the game was also a big winner of the Byte Maniacs competition, which had an impressive 32 entries. The game brings to mind Finn Bounces Back, released by Gremlin in the 80s, and it doesn't even look like it was developed in pure BASIC. Then, Sinclair Tower also entered the Concurso BASIC 2025 contest and achieved an honorable position, winning one of the categories. The game features an exploratory adventure, but contrary to what we might think, by appreciating the graphics, it's not an isometric one. This is because despite the presence of traps along the way, it's not agility that counts, but rather our sense of direction and our knowledge of the ZX spectrum. The graphics are also very good. Next, ZX Snake 2 is a clone of Snake, and a very beautiful one and competent. The game has several different stages, and as we progress through the game, the difficulty level, as expected, increases. Its author is ZX Mo, and the game is an evolution of another game of the same name that used only 10 lines of code. The game has another entry, was another entry on the Byte Maniacs competition. Crazy Burger, Sergio Morales, Maniacs, as he has
It's a Burger Time clone. Yeah,
known,
but in basic,
has
pretty good.
already won several awards at the previous GOTY. And Crazy Burger, his latest work, deservedly is considered one of the best games developed in BASIC last year. In this game, we are placed in the position of a chef of a trendy restaurant, with the mission of cooking the most delicious burgers and serving as many customers as possible. The speed at which everything happens is incredible. And the last one, Space Bros. Finally, in the basic category, we have another entry in the Concurso Basic 2025 contest. The game was developed in compiled BASIC, has excellent graphics, and offers us a space adventure in its 2 brothers, Matt and Lars, not the Bros Brothers, but crashed their spaceship and now have to find the pieces of equipment scattered across the planet. And without collaboration, the brothers will not be able to complete the mission. You play with both characters.
And to present this award, please welcome Paula Silva and João Encarnado.
Paula is repeating her presence as presenter for the fourth time. She's responsible for most of the museum's hardware maintenance, participates in our preservation projects, and still finds time to develop new gadgets to our challenge in the museum and street gaming events. João, Johnny Red, Gandalf, depends on the hat he's wearing. Our most charismatic element in the museum, our Timex expert, our senior curator volunteer, or whatever title he was given in West Spofasik. Stage is yours.
Hello, everyone.
This is not working. Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So
one
they
way to
asked
keep
us
banging it
to
like
talk
that.
about some basic games. Let's talk. Let's do our best. Now it's your time.
Basic is a language standard on the spectrum, so it's easy to understand. It's amazing.
Easy QB.
It's
Quantum Bastum.
yeah. It's amazing how what you can do with Basic in these days, since people learn how to really program on it.
Which is not the basic language. A basic language. It's a well created language.
Yeah.
So let's show the
see.
nominees.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Best basic game. Okay. Yeah. That was. Yeah, that was quite good actually. I enjoyed that. Crazy Burger. But it's not quite a burger sometimes, is it? I like Sinclair Tower. It's just a case of answering questions. You don't play the character.
Space Bros.
Now, considering that was basic, I was kind of impressed. That's the Snake Clone. I thought that was really good. Really well done. Personally, Snake Clone wins it for me or Sinclair
The
Tower.
winner is. Let's wait till I open the envelope. Don't care with the drum rolls. If you want, you can do it. So the winner is Bola 5. Bingo.
Yeah, that was
Muchas
great.
gracias.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was my personal favourite, but yeah, I can understand why they chose that. Me
Thank
between
you for all the
the
participants.
Snake Clone and Sinclair Tower.
Congratulations to all that made it to 5.
And to you as well.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you have to say congratulations to all those for getting inside the
Oh,
top
thank you.
5.
Okay.
There was quite a few basic games released last year.
See you next time.
And those are the top 5. Well done.
In the chat, I was reading someone saying that you're also known as Chucky Egg Master, but that is no longer true because Flip Cruz beat your record. So either you solve that or you cannot hold that title.
We're saying in the visit that the Spectrum is not competitive.
Who said that?
You.
I said the Spectrum is not competitive?
Yes, and he proves it is.
He's very competitive.
So let's move on
Okay.
to the next category. Is Best Spanish Language Game. André,
Best
a
Spanish
quick word
language
about
game.
the
This is one
finalists.
obviously I
Yes.
couldn't judge.
We have 3 games. We are already told about them. Perseus, Sinclair City, and Bolalela 5. And we have 2 new ones.
Ooh.
Escape from the Twilight Castle. Migotelo, who has a vast history of high-quality games, now releases a challenge in 26 stages, full of clever puzzles. Very well-made scenarios, colorful and attractive graphics, all complemented by a catchy melody that suits the game. It's not as original as some of his older offerings, but then what you present as the quality of this escape from the Twilight Castle, then you can't ask for more. And then we have Herbie wants to be a millionaire. When we first loaded Herbie, I thought we were playing a racing game with the famous Volkswagen Beetle as the main character. And now Herbie is back, not the one from the movie, but a new hero for the ZX Spectrum. And he enters a great adventure, became a participant in a television show in which he has to overcome rooms full of traps, collecting all the bags of money he finds along the way in a short amount of time. Excellent gameplay and graphics made this a very popular game.
I like the team, I have to say. So, this category will be presented in the language of Miguel Cervantes, and I'll try to help summarize it in the end. Para apresentar esta categoría por primera vez en directo desde el museo y venido desde
So this part of the
Barcelona,
section they're going to be speaking in a different
Radio
language,
Ortiz,
which is right for the show
contenido,
because it's
youtuber y referente
you know,
del
it's the
ZX
best foreign
Spectrum en
language
España,
game, wasn't
ganador
it?
del premio de juego
so,
al mejor
yeah.
canal personal
Is
en
that-
2022. Y es
You know,
sobre
for a minute I
todo
thought that
un
was
amigo,
Enrique. He
ah,
looked
el
very
escenario es tuyo.
very familiar,
Bit of
but
evil.
yeah. So yes, well done on that account.
Bueno,
Not
lo
one
que puedo decir
I.
es que para mí es
I
un
did
honor
play a few of these
estar
games,
aquí,
but I didn't
vuestra
really
hospitalidad es espectacular.
get into them.
y
Obviously, it's, you know,
representar
some of them
un
you
poco
can fathom
a
out what's
todos los
going on.
que hablamos en español y un saludo a amigos argentinos, uruguayos también, para vosotros también. Lo dicho, quiero sobre todo dar a entender lo importante que es también la
So
escena esta
asymmetry
española
at the moment is in the
que ahí
lead
estamos
for those that
y
have just
es una de
joined
las que
me,
más activas son
and
realmente.
followed by Cubics in second place.
Bueno, si quieres, vamos ya a los nominados, ¿no?
Sigan.
This is the category for this one, best Spanish language game. Yeah.
Voladela
Well, that was
5,
Spanish. It was a great basic game.
from the
Now that was a brilliant game. So I would say that I really enjoyed that.
Harry wants to be a millionaire.
That was a great game too. I liked that game.
Perseo,
Great animation of the main character there. Brilliant.
Sinclair City.
Such a colourful game, this one. There's always a lot going on.
Let's see.
Ok. Y el
The
ganador,
answer is there.
I'd say
The
Sinclair
winner.
City.
La respuesta es
Twilight Castle.
suspense, y el ganador es Perseus.
Yeah, it was great, but it's not my
Y
favourite. there.
tenemos aquí a su autor, Benja, Retrovensor.
Good. So, well, congratulations just for getting into the top 5. That's well done. Yeah, so well done. It's best Spanish language game.
Por la primera vez tenemos en el público la persona que ha creado el juego, entonces es un honor.
Thank you very much.
Felicitaciones.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations to Andre Leao, the father of Planeta Sinclair, and these awards.
Thank you.
I think you have a very healthy children. Congratulations as well to Joao Diego and the board members of this and volunteers of this incredible museum, the Luaz ZX Museu de Cantanera. And I would like to thank all the members of the jury. I'm really honored to receive this award, and I'm truly grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think this is yours.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
wouldn't mind one of them myself. They look pretty cool.
Thank you. I believe everyone understood. So Perseus was the big winner. We have the classification in.
So,
the,
best
in the
Spanish
screen.
game, we've got that category down.
And so yes, like I was saying, for the first time, it was a happy coincidence. We have the winner in the audience, so it's another milestone for our event and our awards. Let's go on.
Yes. to the next category, the best Portuguese Brazilian game.
So now we're on to best Portuguese and Brazilian game. I didn't play these, so yeah. I might be able to. I didn't put a category through.
First, Echoes of Atlantis. Then Kivira, Teletext, Mystery City, and Star Carrier Ruffian.
Okay.
Echoes of Atlantis. It was created by Luis Perez. He's also a regular presence at the GOTY, having achieved very good results in the 2 previous editions. His new game is composed of 6 parts and contains many new elements that Luis had not yet included in his previous games. We dare to say it's one of the best games of all time created with the graphic adventure creator. Then we have Kivira, and the father of Kivira is in the audience.
I like his hairstyle.
There, okay.
I'd die on the similar one.
It is a delightful graphic adventure, undoubtedly Mario Hermão's best work to date, and it is based on the famous mythology of the 7 cities of gold known as Cibola. But in this case, it is 8 cities that the 8th city that was referenced after the other 7 were deemed a fraud. Will be another fraud. That's what we'll find out throughout this immersive and epic adventure. Teletext from Amawex, the Brazilian programmer, who has already brought us games like TCK or Buxólico, which performed very well in previous GOTY editions. Now brings us this game, a game converted from a version that appeared for PC in 2019, authored by Pedro Paiva. The game maintains the avant-garde and much appreciated aesthetic of his previous games, but the mechanics now have relevant difference. Thus, it's now possible to shoot something that had not been contemplated until now on his games. Mystery City from Rosério Biondi, the best. From Rosério Biondi, the best is expected, and from what we have seen in this game, which will later have a Portuguese version, it's quite immersive. Mystery City, after being initially released only for the SX, was made available in 2025 for the Spectrum Plus 3 using CPM. It is a text adventure on par with the best of recent years, such as The Ghosts of Blackwood Manor or Annalad. And last, Star Carrier Ruffian, also from Mario Hermão Ferreira, the father of Kivira. It was his second work since he's returning to the ZX Spectrum. And it is a very good surprise in a style unusual for this computer. Although a bit slow since it was programmed in Pure Basic, being a strategy game, this allows us to think carefully about the moves we are going to make, especially since it has similarities to board games.
Very well, so this category will be presented in the language of Camões with a short summary in
means I won't
English.
understand the word
Para
of it,
apresentar esta categoria é uma honra chamar ao palco um carioca,
So it should
vindo
be.
de Inglaterra e pela primeira vez connosco ao vivo, Henrique Olivier, cofundador da Bossa Studios, onde já ganharam um BAFTA, é o mentor por trás da construção de equipa que veio a lançar o Spectrum do século XXI, o ZX Spectrum Next. Henrique, muito bem-vindo.
Bem-vindo.
Palco é seu.
He's gone quiet.
É uma honra apresentar a categoria de games no brasileira, principalmente porque eu comecei
Alice Henrique.
jogos no Brasil, no Spectrum Next, isso que me levou a ser um game developer. So, é um full circle, if you wish. Cá estou.
It's
Portugueses
Henrique.
brasileiros, eles compartilham essa paixão por humor, por contar histórias inusitadas ou por irreverência. E é por conta disso que todos os jogos nessa categoria participam um pouco dessas características. Eles vão de ficção científica a mistério, eles vão de humor até história. E é com muito orgulho que eu apresento a categoria do melhor jogo feito em português. Just a quick quick summary for our friends elsewhere in the world who do not partake on the Camões language. That's my Portuguese and Brazilians share a knack for humor, irreverence, and telling very weird stories. And all the games in this category share those traits. They range from sci-fi to mystery, or from historical fact, deep and very comical humor, almost in the vein of Monty Python. So, without further ado, vamos ver os finalistas. Let's go.
Best Portuguese and Brazilian.
Echoes of Atlantis.
Ah, yeah. I remember playing this one. I love this one. This was quite good. Using Google Translate.
Hero, the adventure. Star Karen Brooklyn.
I love the wireframe graphics in that.
Telephones.
That was a strange game, actually.
E o vencedor? Echoes of Atlantis.
Wow. Okay, that was a great text adventure, wasn't it?
Parabéns aos vencedores e a todos os nominados para a categoria.
Henrique, obrigado por ter viajado para Portugal. Tenho a certeza que é apenas o princípio de muitas coisas que ainda vamos fazer juntos. Temos aqui uma pequena surpresa. Llamaba también Ravi para que se nos junte en el cenário. E André, hay un pequeno regalo para vocês. The good thing is that we're not presenting Italian games, French games, or any other thing.
Temos então aqui um pequeno presente para o Henrique e para o Ravi, um conjunto de fanzines do museu e do planeta Sinclair, cortesia aqui da casa. Portanto, é apenas simbólico, mas
A coleção completa?
a coleção completa, sim.
So, the fanzine is a project that André and Planeta Sinclair started to help the museum. It's something that we give to our visitors. The current issue is only available when you visit the museum. All the past issues you can see online. It's a full set, as we were saying, so it's not possible anymore to get it unless you print it, of course. As you will see, there's an evolution. It started without any accents and things, not accents, how the
Punctuation.
Yeah, so it evolved, or even the language in the magazine. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Right then. So, moving on.
We'll see each other.
Well done, Jorge. We're over an hour and a half into the broadcast. That's a long time, and we're about
So let's go
1/3 of the
on
way
and
through.
So let's do a quick catch up of the regular categories so far. Asymmetry is leading with 2 awards already. Cubics, Bolalela 5, Perseus, and Echoes of Atlantis have 1 award each.
So still fairly close. However,
And let's move on. The next category is
category,
best puzzle.
category. The next
Yes,
category.
André,
Okay.
again, a few words about the finalists.
3 games we already talked about them. Cubics, Escape from Twilight Castle, and Puke. And we have 2 new ones. The first one, Cubanoid, is far from original. This type of puzzle game having been massively explored in the ZX Spectrum, but that's perhaps its only flaw, and it has never been done as well as it is now. Tetris fans were also delighted with Cubanoid, another of the entries at the Yandex Retro Game Battle 2025.
Yeah, that's
The goal is to make combinations of 3 or more identical pieces. When this happens, the pieces that are the part of the sequence disappear, awarding points and freeing up the board, giving us more space and time to continue making more combinations. It has great gameplay, very addictive and very nice graphics. And then we have the locked room. By Christmas time, Red Zebra created a small game based on escape rooms, but very immersive. And it's a point-and-click one, which is unusual for ZX Spectrum games. This Red Zebra second entry for GOTY this year after Xenomaze. And in the past, Red Zebra's games have achieved second and third place in GOTY
You
awards.
can see on the picture in the background, just out of interest, you can see Jim
And to
Batley shaking
present
hands
this
there
award,
with somebody.
please welcome
Oh, it's that guy
Derek
there.
Teixeira and Afonso Manata.
You have supporters here. Guilherme, the always smiling member of the street gaming team, big supporter.
Yeah.
My
friend.
him?
Yeah, in beer.
Okay. He's our football expert, our football games caster. It's his first time on the GOTY stage, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Not the last, I hope.
No, let's hope not. Let's see how you perform, of course. For the second time, we have Afonso Manata. He's an IT engineer in the making and one of the youngest volunteers at the museum. To me, he represents the future we want to this project. Stage is yours, guys. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, João. Thank you, Cristiano. So, guys, do you know what I'm going to present now? Because I don't know either. I don't know. Afonso, can you help me out? What are we going to present?
The best puzzle.
Puzzle? Okay.
Okay.
I don't have any text.
I would
to
say
read about
Cubics is a puzzle game.
Just wait a minute. Just let me. ChatGPT has solved the issue. So I'm going to read some phrases about puzzle games. This award
He's
celebrates
cheating.
the game that challenged our wit, test our patience, and kept us coming back for just one more attempt
He's
to
cheating.
reach the goal. Smart, clever, and just the right amount of cruelty, it proves that the best adventures don't need speed, just a sharp mind and a stubborn player.
Whether built in classic 2D or even 3D, the winner proves that great puzzles aren't only about perspective. They are about brilliant thinking, fair challenge, and that irresistible urge to try again. So, let's see the nominees.
Here we go.
And this was all with the
Best puzzle game, I would say. Cubics is a puzzle game, but I don't know if it's the best one. Well, if it's best puzzle game, that's winning.
Escape from the Twilight Castle.
That's a good game, but it's been done before. That's another good game, but it's also been done before, very graphics. Personally, I think that was okay. That's a great puzzle. It's between that one and Cubics for me.
I don't know.
Look, UK and Cubics.
I will stay quiet. If it's not, if you are at home, please write in the comments and we'll.
Nice loading screen though by
But it will be difficult in the comments, right?
I'm
Escape from the Castle there. And
I'll
Cube
let
Line.
you know.
Very
Okay.
colourful.
So, the winner for best puzzle is Cubic.
Yeah, that's so. Without doubt, that would have been best by my. If it's classed as a puzzle game, which it is because you have to solve puzzles there, but it's also an arcade and action game in a
Cubic is
way.
the winner. We have the standings here if you want to see, and I would like to share that this was not sponsored by ChatGPT. Just to confirm. So thank you guys. See you next year.
That's the order that they came out in. So okay, fair enough. Cubics is deserved. So it's neck and neck between that and Asymmetry now. To which one is going to be the best game of the year? So we're halfway point now. I should think we're due up another break shortly. Yeah.
So now let's
Congratulations,
move on
Cubics.
to the best platform. Andre, a few words about the finalists.
3 games we already talked about them. Perseus, Bubbleback, and Herbie Wants to Be a Millionaire, and 2 new ones. Hammer Knight. X is back with a game very much in his style. Hammer Knight. And this time there is even a Portuguese version, besides the Spanish and English version. It is excellent news. considering that these games usually appear in the GOTY in Portugal. The character in this game has several extra abilities at his disposal. There are many enemies, and most of them can only be avoided as they are immune to our X-blows. In addition, there are hidden screens, and finding them is not easy. In other words, a game for the bravest. And then we have Rebirthed Fantasy. Following João António Gazef's ZX Spectrum debut with Birded Fantasy, Rebirthed Fantasy, which came soon after, is
Bearded Fantasy 2 was
an extended version of the original. There are several improvements showing the great evolution of this Spanish programmer. This game even includes a new loading screen. His other game, Floppyverse, narrowly missed out the GOTY top 10.
Thank you. And to present this award, please welcome two friends of ours, Sabrina Lázaro and Mark Fresco. Woohoo!
Okay, so what do you think is going to be the game of the year? Please leave your comments now and I'll read them out. If you want to leave a comment, tell me what you think is going to be the game of the year, because I think at the moment it's between Asymmetry and Cubics.
Street gaming festivals.
There's only two in the ring as far as I'm concerned, but you know.
Channel. They have achieved many things, but being tonight in this stage is for sure surpassing all others. So let's see if you are up to the challenge. The stage is yours.
I don't know, I'm very nervous.
I imagine.
How are you guys doing? Can't you? Nobody's here.
Nobody.
Make some noise, come on! So,
Not one spell, really.
platform gamings, right? Gamers, yeah. When I was a kid, I used to play a lot of Super Mario, one of the best platform games ever, right?
Change the loading screen.
And I can assure you, I was the best in my house playing that. I was really good. But the Spectrum is all about imagination. It's all about the theory of the mind. And for me, when I was a kid, I was playing Shucky Egg. You remember Shucky Egg? And I can guarantee you, it's all in my imagination that I was the best player, because I saw Incarnado and I gave up completely.
Oh well, while Marco was talking about platforms here, platforms there, I was thinking to myself that the only platforms I really know, it's the ones I use in my shoes. So honestly, no one needs to be too smart to understand why I use them, right? It's simple. I play platforms every I play platforms every day just to reach Marco in the top of his mountain.
True.
Okay, before we know the nominees, I want to say something because I don't know if I have the opportunity to speak again. So today we are not Marco and Sabrina from MF Gaming, whatever that means in the Portuguese gaming industry. Today we are Marco and Sabrina.
Why my name has an accent in it? Marco and Sabrina.
I think
Sabrina.
She has two lovers, Marco and Marco.
So we are big, huge friends of the Load ZX Spectrum Museum and the ZX Spectrum community. We are here only to shine a light to all the games that were nominated today and all the other hundreds or even
yes, and they're doing quite well, to be fair. As you can see, I've changed a few screens around.
For the ZX Spectrum. So it's an honor for us to be here on this stage celebrating all of this. And that's why we want to thank João Diogo Ramos and André Leão to be here on this stage. It's really meaningful for us. So now, with that said, let's move on.
Let me just add one more thing, because we have time. Right?
Sorry.
Just ask you guys for a really big round of applause to Hugo that is not here today, and I'm sure he would be more than happy to be here with us.
What the hell?
That guy is in Dubai is way better than we are here.
For sure.
For sure. Okay, let's move on.
So the nominees for best platform.
This will be an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Best nominees for the best platform game are Cubics is a platform game. This is what I reckon this will give it the edge.
Bubble Back, the story of Forward to the Past 2.
That was pretty good.
Hammer Knight.
I quite like that as well.
Herbie Wants to Be a Millionaire, and So Do I.
Well, isn't Cubics a platform game?
It's not the, So Do I is not the name.
Not mentioned. Bearded Fantasy 2, I kind of like this. You just got to pay the platforms, haven't you? Nice little cute game. So, yeah, Cubics doesn't get mentioned there.
So, let's see.
Who's going to win?
I don't know.
I'd say Bubble Back.
So, the best platform
Let's
game.
keep it a secret.
Yes, let's go.
Thank you.
Full of great AY.
No, wait. So, the best platform game
is
for the ZX Spectrum games of the year 2025 is Pursuit!
Yeah, I don't agree with
it's
that,
on
but
here.
you know,
Come on
it's just not
stage.
my taste. Good game there, I'll give it you. Yeah, maybe so.
It's an honor to deliver.
Bubble Back
Finally.
comes second. I
I
didn't
got
predict
it
that
so
at first. That's how close I am. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
What can I say? I have two of these now, so I think I should have come to Cantaneda more frequently. And I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Well
you.
done, well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. Was a great game. Can't give him due that. That was definitely a great game, considering the amount of
And
the
now-
lovely.
A people's favorite? Best?
I can name a few people that love this category. One of them, our good friend Rafael Anita, he got so excited last year that decided to never come back to the museum. So I hope he's seeing us online. He couldn't make it this year, but I don't know if he will ever come back.
And the category is Best Text Adventure.
Best text
Andrea,
adventure.
a few words.
Okay.
about the
This
finalists.
one was
5 games. Echoes of Atlantis. Built Load. Alicia Através del Espejo. Sorry for my accent.
hello, Babs.
Spider-Man and Urquiola. I already talked about Echoes of Atlantis, so let's go move on to Built Loda, which is José Marias Molina debut in text-based adventure games for the ZX Spectrum, featuring beautiful graphics, although for
Good
now
old
it's only
Babstar
available
Arcade.
in Spanish. The story
We're on
has
to Best Text
futuristic tones
Adventures,
and
so
is
you're not
completely
missing anything at the
original,
moment.
based on, some
Saying
concepts
that, do you
appeared
like
in
Text
books,
Adventures?
Leviathan,
Anybody likes Text
Rise
Adventures? Please
by
leave their
Daniel
comments.
Abram
I'll
and
be
the
quite
Guy
honest
Frank.
with you. I'm not a text
Leading
adventure
us to
person.
explore a series of
Last
locations,
text adventure I actually
talk to
played
various
was
characters, and solve several puzzles to advance in the story. It is also composed of 3 chapters. Then we have Alicia Através del Espejo, which entered the Concurso Basic 2025 contest, having been developed in Pur Basic by José Luis Cebrián. This adventure is the spiritual sequel to the famous Alicia, immortalized in the page of Microhobby. It is only available in Spanish, but its quality is quite visible. Perhaps a translation to English it will spread the game to a wider audience. Spider-Man, La Cidade a Oscuras bring the famous Marvel superhero back to the ZX Spectrum. It's not a pure text adventure fitting into the make your own adventure style. A genre with increasing popularity, especially among Spanish audience. The adventure also stands out for its beautiful loading screen, which by a small point did make it to the top 5 of in that category. Then we have, at last, Urquiola. The Urquiola trilogy is Darkside 29's debut in creating games for the ZX Spectrum and includes El Despertar de Gaueco, El Origen de Gaueco, and the Siete Cales, with versions in Spanish, English, and even Basque and Catalan. It's another great grand adventure in the make-your-own adventure style, and it even had some help from the Forillo Productions team.
And to present this award, please welcome Tiago Loureiro.
Tiago is a seasoned games industry professional working in the game tech for at least the past 20 years. I'm not saying you're old. Coming from an AI background, he has contributed to renowned titles such as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. He's a friend for some time. He's on this stage for the first time. One of many, I hope. The stage is yours, Tiago.
Thank you so much for the kind words, Ron. So, hello. I wrote some hopefully smart words that I will be revisiting here, so bear with me. I think it's a thing of beauty that we are here today to celebrate people making games in Spectrum when we are in the age of distributed, multi-threaded computing, procedurally generated worlds, but still there's a magic around making games with hard constraints. You know, back when I had a sort of Spectrum for the first
To
time.
do with the audio being slightly louder. Peps has sent me another message.
We just throwing stuff at the computer because the computer would say no. It didn't just impose a technical constraint. It demanded clarity. It demanded that you had to think about the systems you were about to design. And for me, text adventures.
Hope you are well too, Peps. Do love your channel, mate. You can't, you know, we haven't had a live stream for ages, have we?
It's one of those fabled, Mom, can I have the Hobbit? No, we have the Hobbit at home. And the Hobbit at home was Robin of Sherwood. Again, very interesting game, very funny. And for the first time, I was going through all the motions of writing something on a black screen and getting a result. But not just any result. I didn't have any fancy realistic graphics. I did have some graphics.
You might get quiet for a second. Just readjusting the audio.
But there was logic. And with the narrative, there was consequence. And for me, that was a very transformative experience. This is what I call the quiet power.
You could do with holding the microphone closer.
But words, parcel logic, and some hopefully imagination, you're forced to render things here and not in the computer. Your renderer is way more powerful than any silicon-based piece of hardware. And now, as someone who works constantly in video games for over 2 decades, in both games and game tech, I feel very humbled for being here and for all the work.
Well, we're nearly 2 hours into the stream, and he's going to be 2 hours long for just his speech. Excuse me.
Constraint is a catalyst for creativity.
No, at the moment we've got asymmetry and cubics neck and neck, 2 awards each, and everyone has got a virtually, everyone's won a category of some sort, so there's been quite a range.
Reminds us still for something time.
Excuse me.
Stories that we told around the fire.
Dinner
And also
is here.
how technology evolves other things that I'm making as I do everything.
Sounds like distortion, doesn't it?
This afternoon, I thought it would be later. We will celebrate not just a winner, but a lineage. From the early days of touch commands and rubber keys to
He could do with holding the microphone to your mouth. We can't hear you.
choose elegance over excess. It is my honor to present the text adventure category. So let's look at the nominees.
Best text adventure.
Get the lowdown. Go to the
That was good. I like that.
So, the moment that we all awaited for. Drum roll, please. The winner for the best text adventure is Echoes of Atlantis. Woohoo!
Is that the second award? Yeah. So we've now got three awards in first place. So Echoes of Atlantis, Cubics, and Asymmetry are all on 2 awards each.
Oh, okay. There's a surprise, apparently. So let's see a short video.
A última coisa que eu pensei em 1990, quando o meu Spectrum pifou em definitivo e eu fui para a tropa, era que 36 anos depois alguém me pedisse para fazer um vídeo sobre este computador.
Scotio!
Eu na altura, desde 89, 90 mais ou menos,
Chris
fiz vários
Waddle.
jogos de aventuras no Graphic Adventure Creator, porque era a minha plataforma favorita.
El
Eu sempre
Scotio!
gostei de programação, qualquer coisa que tivesse a ver com lógica, matemática,
Oh, Chris Waddle.
esqueçam. Mas a minha área sempre foi a criação, a ilustração, portanto, e eu sempre gostei de contar histórias. E desde que o Spectrum surgiu, os jogos de aventuras eram aqueles que me agarravam completamente. Eu levei séculos para completar o Never Ending Story, que continua a ser o meu jogo de aventuras de texto favorito na altura, e ainda hoje. E sempre quis fazer os meus próprios jogos, porque eu tinha imensas histórias para fazer em banda desenhada e em escrita mesmo. E achei que fazer em aventuras era giro e era perfeito para mim. Só que eu não percebi nada de programação, mas entretanto apareceu o Graphic Adventure Creator e eu comecei a fazer as minhas próprias brincadeiras em aventura, que entretanto se perderam todas, as cassetes apodreceram, salvaram-se 2 ou 3 que foram recentemente recuperadas. Essa recuperação foi o incentivo perfeito para eu voltar a criar novos jogos de aventuras. Mas nunca pensando que hoje em dia alguém ligasse minimamente ao que eu ia fazer. Coloquei os jogos online.
So he's speaking in a foreign language, but all the signs behind him there are in English. You know? You got live, dream, work, image, lounge,
E agora,
love.
alguém lembrou-se de me nomear com um dos meus jogos para um prémio na categoria de jogos de aventuras, o que é excelente e mais outro incentivo para eu continuar a trabalhar. Embora eu não pense parar de fazer jogos de aventuras, mesmo que o Spectrum deixe de ter o protagonismo que tem atualmente, novamente, mesmo que desapareça completamente, eu vou continuar a fazê-los só para mim. O Graphic Adventure Creator é uma ferramenta excelente para planearmos uma estrutura de uma história que depois possa ser transposta para banda desenhada ou para um livro de prosa, que é o que eu estou a fazer atualmente. Porque praticamente todos os meus jogos agora do Graphic Adventure Creator que estão online têm o seu equivalente num livro e futuramente irei também ter um equivalente numa banda desenhada, portanto. Eu uso o Graphic Creator como bloco de notas criativo mais do que propriamente para fazer jogos apenas para serem jogados. Por isso dá-me um gozo enorme que alguém tenha reparado que as minhas aventuras têm algum interesse, porque normalmente as aventuras eram o patinho feio dos ECs Spectrum, não é? Como praticamente toda a gente sabe aqui em Portugal. Toda a gente jogava jogos arcade e muito pouca gente, pelo menos que eu conhecesse, se interessava por jogos de aventuras. A coisa começou um bocado a mudar também quando surgiram os jogos, aqueles livros-jogo que agora estão a ser reeditados do Steve Jackson, das aventuras em que nós escolhemos o nosso próprio caminho. E eu tive vários amigos que começaram a se interessar pelos jogos de aventuras do Spectrum precisamente por causa disso. Foi uma das razões que na altura me incentivou também a começar a trabalhar neles e a criar coisas no Graphic Adventure. No entanto, eu nunca pensei que hoje em dia houvesse um maior interesse do que eu pensava que havia na altura, visto que felizmente os meus jogos online têm tido uma boa recepção. Portanto, eu vou continuar a fazê-los, mesmo que o Spectrum deixe de existir, porque a mim me dá-me um grande prazer criar as minhas próprias histórias. E é isto. Obrigado então por terem reparado nos meus jogos de aventuras. Espero que me convidem daqui a 30 anos para fazer um novo vídeo sobre eles. Devo ter 86 anos nessa altura e já devo ir no meu 100º jogo ou qualquer coisa do género. Portanto, continuem a jogar jogos do Spectrum, continuem a jogar jogos de aventuras e a gente vê-se daqui a 30 anos, penso eu.
Plenty of Fast Show references from me there. That's good,
Also,
Gio!
round of applause to all the runner-ups who have excellent titles about others. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Tiago.
Well done, Diego.
If after this presentation you don't feel tempted to play Text Adventures, I don't know what will make you do it.
No, still not tempted to play Text
So
Adventures.
let's do a quick update on the awards from the regular categories so far.
I'll drink to that.
Cubics, Perseus, and Echoes of Atlantis all have 2
2 points.
awards. And Bolalela 5 has 1 award.
And the UK is still on Newport.
So let's move on to the best adventure and strategy category. Andre, a few words about the final.
Okay.
This one's a good one.
We have already talked about 2 of them, Sinclair City and Kivira, and we have 3 new ones. Sip City, the first one.
I like that.
Of all the entries in the
I like
Yandex
that,
Retro
Sin
Games
City.
Battle 2025 competition, Sip City was the most surprising. In fact, seeing SimCity recreated again on the ZX Spectrum seemed highly improbable, but it happened thanks to Andrew 771, the author of Euphoria 2D engine, which allows the development of strategy games like SimCity. This author also likes to give his games a personal touch, always introducing
There's a bit
relevant
of comedy in it, if I
historical
remember rightly.
elements, as happened in Russian railway magnate. And the same happens in SimCity, where you have to manage a Siberian city. Then we have Xenomaze, inspired by 3D Monster Maze, Red Zebra, which also has another game in the GOTY, the Locked Room, updated a classic, transporting it to a spaceship in which we have to escape from an alien inspired by the Alien saga. The quality of Red Zebra is visible in all aspects of this mini game, which use the Witchvald and Afoctor engines, but now with some improvements that are still being tested. The one that immediately stands out is the speed, being the game much faster. The action provokes pure terror whenever we are located by the alien. And next we have Frostland. In this game the goal is simple, to make an icy island habitable. To do this we must first melt the ice, then build houses. To build houses you need people and wood. The people need to be fed, which requires hunting in the forest, cultivating the fields, herding or fishing. If this reminds you of colonization or civilization, you are entirely right, as we are talking about resource management. Another very good surprise from the Yandex Retro Games Battle 2025.
Thank you, and to present this award, please welcome Daniel Soares and Ana Martins.
Alright.
That passage
Daniel,
looks quite tight,
Neil,
doesn't it?
the man behind the Up Your Arsenal channel, another member of Street Gaming family. Out
What
of the
on
blue,
earth
seems
is on
he's
her
now
feet?
being portrayed in leading roles in ZX
Those are
Spectrum
70s
games.
platform
And
shoes
so
right there, aren't they?
You have to tell me how you achieved that. Anna, another familiar face on the stage,
It's not
aka
fair.
One Ring Great.
He's
Among
got the
other
choice
things,
of
the
having
leader
hair
of
and
the
he chooses
cosplay
that.
activities in
And I've
Street
got no
Gaming
choice at
events.
all.
Stage is yours, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm only jealous.
It's very nice to be here again. And me and Anna here, it's an honor being with her on stage.
It is an honor indeed. It's the first time, at least here.
Over here. And we're here to celebrate the best adventure and strategy games. But I think this isn't just about nostalgia or any single of these categories. It's about preserving a legacy and honoring this community that continues creating new games for the ZX Spectrum over more than 40 years after its original release. Almost half a century in a few years. All these creators, they keep stretching its technical limits, fueled only by their creativity, and creating games in this category specifically with a little bit more depth, more complexity than the usual jumping, collecting coins, and shooting.
Yeah. Every year, these modern developers push the boundaries of what is possible on the ZX Spectrum, crafting intricate worlds, devious puzzles, proving that the best design transcends hardware limitations. And now, in a more personal note, my in-laws also bonded years ago over this system and have been discovering its joys recently. So it is an honor to be able to celebrate such an amazing legacy here today. Because these awards keep that flame alive, urging future generations to discover the creativity, passion, and legacy coded in every single pixel.
So this one goes out to the tacticians, the deep thinkers, adventurers, and the dreamers who refuse to let history fade. So the nominees are Crossland.
Yeah, that's a great game. Not one for me though.
Sinclair City, the game that apparently is the guy that looks like me sometimes when I grow my beard.
It's definitely you. Tip City.
Sim City was good.
Casino Maze.
That was weird. I liked it.
One looks very scary. And so the winner to the category of adventure and strategy is...
Just making notes. Xenomaze?
Roll, please.
Xenomaze for me.
Yeah, we're going to keep you a little bit longer.
And the winner,
is Sinclair City.
Yeah, it was a good one, but to be fair,
I don't know if this award was due to someone with very good looks on the cover, but congratulations to the winner.
Congratulations
in the chat, someone is saying that the presenter deserves the award for best platform. That's what I'm reading.
Thank you so much. I gotta take you as it goes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so our last regular category is Best Arcade and Action.
this is the one that will decide who wins this. Best arcade and action, I think, is going to be Asymmetry. I don't think there's a... This is going to win the award. It's going to be Asymmetry.
Alan Turvey. And congratulations to Alan Turvey because he has his first done a few weeks ago. And everything in this version of Frogger is at the level of perfection usual on Alan. The level of detail, including...
Alan Turvey's awesome when it comes to converting games to the Spectrum. He really does go to the next level.
But to finish the fifth level, even with cheat, you need to master the game. We have never had so much fun with a Frogger game.
And he supports me and my channel, does Alan, and I appreciate that for me.
It's a first
and he's a regular on the Spectrum show too.
Developed by J.T. Krakow, he's Polish.
I'm just getting comfortable, folks, so I do apologise.
Unknown until now. The action is set in a fantasy world in which we have to rescue a princess and confront ghosts and dragons. The most incredible thing is the constant speed at which it runs, 50 megahertz.
50 megahertz.
Yeah. It looks like a high-tech demo, but it's much more than that, as it presents an interesting game and an engine that could have a lot of potential in the future. Then we have Cindy Block. Also, arcade machine conversions could not be missing from the Yandex Retro Game Battles competition, with Quart being the lucky one, a game released in '89 by Konami, when Tetris and clones were fashion and still are today, giving rise to this game, Cindy Block. Another game cited as source of inspiration is Space Invaders. This is because as the blocks falls onto the board, we have to fill in the respective geometric shapes by shooting at the open locations. When a block is completed in the form of a square or rectangle, it disappears. Fast-paced action is what stands out most in this game.
Thank you. And to present this award, please welcome Gonçalo Moraes and Joana Franco.
I thought all the others were coming.
I
I was getting scared. I thought so many
like
people in line. So we have now two newcomers on this stage, both members of the Street Gaming family. She, Joana, is the most recognized face from the Valkyria store, with us since day one. Gonçalo, I can say I know him well. I had several people telling me I should give him an opportunity. It seems he works for some big companies in the gaming area. I honestly don't know what to expect. I hope I don't regret this. I know I will. But the stage is yours. Good luck.
Thank you, João.
You'll need it.
Thank you, Cristiano.
Thank
So, hello everybody. Well, first of all, of course, João asked us to make a small text, a small dialogue. Of course, I didn't do it. I like to run on the fly. I like to improvise.
What?
So that. Yeah,
Are you telling me that you've done nothing?
yeah, of course, it's
Okay, let's go.
improvisation. So, what's the category? It's
No, I have
so
done the homework.
arcade.
Homework.
What?
Here we go.
What the?
You have to read.
So
Only
the-
read.
These are what? These are my lines.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a good person. I'm a good person. So
Okay, I'm up for it. Let's go.
Judging of so many great games.
Professional. Okay, so I start. I see.
Yes,
Okay,
you
guys,
start,
so let's
you
go.
start.
So when we think of the ZX Spectrum, we often think of the impossible. We think of a machine with only 48 to 128 kilobytes of memory, that less than a single low-resolution photo today, that somehow managed to bring the neon-soaked, adrenaline-pumping energy of the local arcade into our living rooms. Impossible. Like a host that has been invited in advance with enough time to do his research and did nothing.
the arcade action category is just about pixels. It's about the feel. It's that perfect tension between a frantic joystick wiggle and the looming threat of a game over screen. Back in the day, it was a genre that defined the Spectrum's identity. From the gravity-defying leaps of Manic Miner to the smooth, multicolored chaos of Jetpack.
So what makes an arcade/action masterpiece nowadays? First, the one more go factor. The addictive loop that makes you forget it's 2 a.m. and that you should be reading the text for the ceremony tomorrow. And after that, go to sleep. So, and second, technical mastery. Games that laugh in the face of the Spectrum's limitations, like people will laugh when they realize I haven't prepared for today. Really?
Read.
The flow, precise controls, where every death feels like your fault, not the hardware's. Yes, if this fails, I can rest assured it was my fault.
You can say that again. These games are so good, they're worth waiting 4 minutes for high-pitched screeching sounds just to play them.
So I'm
Our
restreaming
nominees
this
tonight
from
have
the
proven that You
load.
don't need a 4090, sorry my English, graphics card when you've got a Z80 and a dream. We're to celebrate action games, the only genre that require you to buy a new capstone interface every 6 months before because you snapped the last one during a boss fight.
I remember that. So this category is dedicated to the pioneers of haptic feedback. And by haptic feedback, I mean the feeling of a rubber key getting stuck under the faceplate while you're trying to jump a bit. Much like my inertia when trying to write my lines for today.
It's nice when
I
they
asked
put
my
some
doctor
energy into
why
the.
my right wrist is so much stronger than my left. He said that's not a medical condition. That's just 20 years of playing Daley Thompson's decathlon.
That's his answer to you. Action games today load in a heartbeat. Back then, you had to start the tape, go make a sandwich, have a shower, solve a midlife
How many categories are
come
left?
up with something to say today at the ceremony, and come back just in time to see R-type loading error.
I remember the true action of the 80s, trying to keep your dog from barking too loud because you were convinced the sound waves would corrupt the data blocks on the cassette.
Yeah. These modern developers are amazing. They've packed more action in 48K than I have in my entire social life or in my lines for today. I'm getting used to it.
Somehow I believe you. People today talk about ray tracing and 4K resolution. We have something better. We have a beeper that sounds like a cricket having a nervous breakdown, and we love it.
Our nominees tonight have managed to make games so fast, you'll forget you're playing on a machine that has less computing power than a modern toaster. And honestly, the toaster has a better keyboard. One that was simple enough for me to write one sentence.
Right. And the nominees are.
The nominees are, let's go.
Let's go.
Asymmetry.
Asymmetry.
That's gotta be. It's an arcade type game.
Cindy Block.
Not really for me, that. Too easy.
Roger, our
Great version from. Brilliant version.
Travel Unlimited.
Very good game. Very, very good game. Wouldn't say it was arcade quality, but very good game. That was not a bad game either. That, I mean, these were brilliant games. It's got to be asymmetry. I mean, Cubics isn't there. It's got to be
I'm going to
asymmetry.
read more. But looking at these 5 nominees, one thing is clear. In 2026, the Z Spectrum is like that one uncle who refused to retire, went to the gym, and is now outrunning teenagers in a triathlon.
We have 3D environments, 50 FPS action, and synthesized voices. We've achieved everything we dreamed of in 1984. Now, if we could just find a way to make the load sound not give my cat a nervous breakdown, we'd truly be living in the future. You know, future. The place where I have finally realized I should have written something else. Whatever.
Of course.
Thank you.
Asymmetry has won this.
So, you want to know who is the winner?
Go ahead. So, by the end, there can be only one. Here we are.
And the winner is...
Asymmetry!
Told you.
Congratulations to the winner and also all the nominees. Thank you so much, Ron. The stage is yours. I give it back to you.
Thank you.
It was a
Frogger,
great
well
pleasure.
done for Alan Tovey for competing against that.
The announcement
He
of the
done
winner
really
went
well.
okay because we prepared it.
We will now take another short break to catch our breath.
I mean, that was a tough category.
See you in 10 minutes maximum.
Tough category. So, to sum it all up, we now know what's going on because Asymmetry is now back in the lead with Cubics, and someone else, both in second place, is shared with Cubics. But with the categories to the left, Cubics will need to win the next category or two to be able to take a Game of the Year, which is a hot favourite of everybody around here. Asymmetry with the arcade shoot 'em up and the great graphics, including a loading screen, best loading screen, deserved best loading screen, and that was Asymmetry. Deserves that. It deserves the best loading screen. It was by far brilliant, but not by far the best because the competition was so good, so close. AY sounds, Asymmetry had great AY sounds, but Cubics took it on that. and then obviously we went through best Spanish, best Portuguese, and then best text adventure categories, which they wouldn't have been in any of those. Best basic game was an interesting one, that was kind of well done. Overall best graphics, that was Asymmetry, I believe, and best puzzle game, platform puzzle game, that was Cubics. So we kind of know why this is going now, and of course with Asymmetry taking that last award as best arcade action game, that means it's now 3 and 2 to Cubics up, which to be fair, you know, you've got to turn it round with win after win after win. It can't possibly be done. It looks like it's going to be Asymmetry that is going to win that in the end of the day, which is yeah. So I'm now going to put my money down and say that the game of the year for 2025 is Asymmetry, followed by Cubics, and the rest will have to fight over third place. But yeah, I'm going to call game of the year Asymmetry. So yeah, I'm calling it now. It's just a bit like watching you know, the channel. Yeah. Yes, congratulations to everybody that got nominated. It's been a brilliant stream so far. Well done to the entire team. Well done to the entire team at Load ZX. Retro Robbins is happy here to support every year. So keep up the great work. Looking forward to the games that are coming out for the next year. Rather than just typing everything in, I like to talk to my phone and see how that interprets my language, and then I'll send a message. But I'm also sending messages to loads of XSLs, so yeah, cool. There's a massive 49 people watching, including myself there, and a few on my channel too, who have joined me with sort of my rundown, my thoughts on what is what. As one of the judges, and I'll hopefully be one of the judges next year, it's no longer a secret that I'm one of the judges for the representing the UK, and I do get feedback from you if you watch my channel. If you give me feedback, then I'm able to take that feedback into consideration. As they said, I'm always on the pulse of what's coming out of the Spectrum. I'm always up with the latest games, even though I'm not the latest to stream them. I like to make sure that I've played through a fair few of these games first before I decide to make a judgment on them. All the games on today's stream that you see will be available to play at Crash Live later on in the year. So you can actually, if you haven't got a Spectrum or anything like that, and you're going to that event in Coventry at the Village Hotel, then you will be able to play some of the games that won Game of the Year. There's one up there. The loading screen at the top there is Cubics. And now all I really need to do is get the loading screen for Asymmetry up there, because that is quite good. Now, thanks to everybody so far who's stuck with me, and there's not many of you, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's great to have you along anyways. It's not about the journey, it's enjoying the moment. So we're enjoying the moment here, and we're enjoying this great presentation, considering the lack of budget that they've got to do some sort of award show. It must have cost them a pretty penny just to get those awards together itself. And don't forget, it's a museum, and museums generally don't make a lot of money, and a lot of them are run via charity means. A lot of museums are just free to walk in, aren't they? But you know, you've got merchandise that you can buy, which if you do go to a museum, you buying anything at the front there is actually helping to support them in some sort of shape, way or form. Anyway, I need a drink. back with you briefly. I think I will change one or two of those screens at the front there so as to make it more interesting. We've had Robocop on. Okay, there, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at image 29. Okay, that's the loading screen there, image 29. I'll put this one on. I like this one. Cockatony Wolf. We've changed that one. And cool. We've had Robocop for a bit now, so I think we need to change that one too. How about a bit of the old Bruce of the League? There we go, and finally the load screen there, which is that one. We need to find something new for that one too, because that one I'm not a big fan of. So we've had Brian Products, which was great. I like a nice colourful load screen. Shall we go for something a little bit different? How about a bit of the old Mac of the Blue and variety? That's a bit small. And drop it in the middle. And that'll be okay there. Yeah, so what we got? We got Cockatony Wolf, Blue Mac, and Bruce Lee as our images behind the image of me. Blue Mac, great loading screen. Bruce Lee's an okay loading screen, too much colour clashing it for me. And for something a little bit prehistoric, a bit like my old self here, Cockatony Wolf, which was a great game. Also, a game that you would have found bungled into the compilation of the Soft Aid, which was basically from the software aid for Live Aid, raising money for the starving back in the day. Quite a big achievement, which was really odd because it was a game. Now normally you record on music cassettes when you were pirating games onto there, and this one had the actual Band-Aid tune on it, so you didn't just get the games but you had also the music. I don't think the music would have been there to use up a significant part of the tape, is considering that most games were about as long as a song. 3 minutes to load, 2 to 3 minutes to load, 4 minutes the longest. If you got loads of loading screens. Do you remember a game that had loads of loading screens? There was a game that had loads of loading screens. I think it was Action Biker. It had 2 adverts for KP skips as well as the loading screen for Action Biker. That had 3. I wonder what games actually had more than 3 loading screens. I remember that Monty on the Run also had 2 loading screens. It had one for the Crash magazine and it had its Monty on the Run loading screen. That would be a good question on Facebook actually. How many games had more than 1 loading screen? And can you name them? Don't know. Cannot wait to get over to Loads ZX to visit that museum. Hopefully very soon will be good. Two and a half hours each stream is so far. 2.5 hours. And 2 3/4 of an hour for me. So we're coming up to a 3 hour long stream. This will be the last section of the show with the main award coming up. Yeah. It's starting to get dark outside. Is it me or is it getting dark? Anyway, what I could do. Is show you my Spectrum Next. Yeah. Who knows, I've got a good iris on. Iris. These are all the games. Best arcade and strategy, arcade basic game of the year.
Hello everybody.
Oh, hello, we're back.
I would like to call on stage Philip Cruz to announce what we will see next. In the next.
So we got best text adventure, best Spanish, best sound, best puzzle, best Portuguese, best platformer, best loading screen, best graphics. Graphics I don't think we've had yet. Game of the year.
Okay, it works.
Basic
Amazing.
arcade.
Hello again. I'm here
adventure
to present
strategy.
one of the demos that got an honorable mention on the demo scene part of the awards. It was made for the ZX Spectrum Next. It's called Touching the Sun. Was made by Russian people who are living in the United States. It was submitted at the United States demo party called Demo Splash. And yeah, it's different because it tries to abuse the new technologies on the ZX Spectrum Next, which, as you heard previously here, is the future or the 21st century version of the ZX Spectrum and the category that we will have afterwards. So yeah, let's take a look at the demo so you can see a bit of the capacities of the platform and be a little bit more.
Which is something I should be involved in, really, because I'm.
Games afterwards. So yeah, please enjoy.
Well, that was doing something to my eyes then. Great AY music. And 6 channel AY or 9 channel. Good to see a demo for the Spectrum Next. I wish to see more demos available for the Spectrum Next. Apart from the scrolling demo. It can do so much more than this though. great, but it's nothing that's actually pushing the limits of the Spectrum Next yet. This is just something that's almost possible on the Spectrum. Great sound.
And so we're back again. After this ZX Spectrum Next demo, it is time to enter the second new category of the evening. And this time, the one dedicated specifically to the ZX Spectrum Next.
Presenting this category in English with us for a second time, Enrico Olivier, representing SpecNext Limited, the team that brought us the ZX Spectrum Next, undergoing its third hugely successful...
Enrique!
Please, Enrique.
Asymmetry has won Game of the Year.
So to present the awards for the next is quite something special. What started as a hobby was, perhaps we're going to ship a few of these that will help Spectrum fans not have to deal with expansion boards and failing hardware and having to source old monitors that will probably fail you very soon. All of a sudden,
Second
we now
place.
have a platform that is alive and well and bringing literally thousands of players every year into the Spectrum. Now we are clocking more than 250 games made just for the Spectrum Next, which is mind-blowing for someone who barely imagined this would be happening as a platform near 3 years ago. And this year, we will be welcoming more than 10,000 new users to it, thanks for the success of the Kickstarter crowdfunding that we did back last year. So we will have not only a ton of new players for the legacy that is the Spectrum, but we have a lot of new developers joining the platforms and making even more games, making this category, hopefully next year, far more competitive than it already is. So I think it's about time we stop talking about the Spectrum as a retro platform and start talking about it as an immortal platform. Because the way that things looks like, we're going to be talking about the Spectrum in the next 40 years, at least.
I agree with that.
Right? So, without further ado, let's look at the awesome games for the Spectrum Next that are made into the final round.
Well then, what's these games? Spectrum Next games. Do I see any Michael flashes there?
Captain Square Jaw. Combustive Inferno.
That's not a Spectrum Next game.
That's not the one.
Next point. Oh. Vivarium 2.
Yeah, there was a typo there, so not Enrique's fault. So the game that passed was not the right one in terms of Combustible Inferno, I think.
Yeah.
Apologies for that. Next time we'll be
It
more
happens in
cautious.
the best of
Yeah.
families. All right, so let's look who are the very worthy winner of this category. And the winner is Next Point.
Woohoo! All right.
Nah. That's a free
If
game.
you happen to be in close contact with them, we can deliver the award through you. Thank you,
Happy
David.
to.
Thank you, Enrique, and congratulations on all the work being done on this immortal platform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will take this.
Okay.
And we now move to another special moment. The Museum's Hall of Fame. João, your time to present this
Yeah,
initiative.
it may seem that I'm going away, but not. I needed to get this. So we're reaching the final parts of this gala. The Hall of Fame. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Hall of Fame, and we're going to find out who was the game that enters the Hall of Fame, and it's the third game we are selecting. So the Hall of Fame is an annual initiative of the Load ZX Museum, created
Point
to recognize
one.
and honor the greatest classics of the ZX Spectrum. It is based on public vote from our followers. This is now the third edition. 2 years ago, the winner was Chucky Egg, a clear favorite in our country. Last year, the winner was Target Renegade that smashed the competition. The list of the nominated games for every year
I would have
selected by
gone
a
with
jury
Delta
made up
Shadow.
of 3 people. 2 permanent members,
Or
one
Head Over
being
Heels.
André Leão and the other one being Felipe Veiga, and 1 invited member that changes every year. This year, the invited juror was Jorge Pois, who's working there in the Regie, who is the co-founder of the ZX Gaming activities on the museum's Twitch channel. So every Thursday, we sit there playing ZX Spectrum. Well, they play. I try to make jokes about it, but the fact is, we spend a nice evening playing some of these oldies through a method that George set up, and with the help of Diogo, they came up with this concept, which I believe is quite interesting. So each member of the jury selected 3 games, and those games are up to public vote. And for this year, the nominees were
I didn't get to judge that category. Judge that category. Ah, boy.
La Abadia del Crimen, very famous Spanish game, Bombjack,
Bomb Jack, surely. Chase. Oh my goodness. How do you choose between Chase HQ and Bomb Jack?
Formula 1, we had Peter Wheelhouse in the
No,
museum
not for me.
2 years
Rubbish.
ago. The Great Escape.
Oh, really? Great Escape won last year, didn't it? In the Hall of Fame? If that's not in, it should be.
Green Barrett. I know
Not
it's
for
one
me.
guy
It was
that
good.
takes the losses for this game. Match Day 2, John Rickman.
The best of the match day games, match day 2.
Need History in the Making.
Not for me. That was impressive at this time.
Saboteur.
Brilliant
5000
Saboteur was.
was here in 2022.
When you start moving a large sprite like that. Bomb Jack
And
or...
these were the games that were open for, that were up to select the winner of the Hall of Fame for the 3rd year. And now it's time to reveal the winner of this year's Hall of Fame. So to do so, I'm going to unwrap this and show who is the big winner. First, Rui, Johnny, are you ready? Don't point that on me. So the big winner of this year's Hall of Fame is
can't see it, but I can. Is Bomb Check.
Yeah, I did call that. Did I not call that? Did I not call that?
I have to change this. So let's see a bit of the gameplay. What?
You just have.
Let me add some details here. I don't think I have a place where to put this. I'll keep it like this. So this year, thank you, Christiana. Let me add some details. This year we had the highest number of votes ever.
Bomb Jack
and they were
placed
more
into
than
the Hall
200
of Fame.
votes. Still, I believe we can do and we should do much better considering the number of museum followers and the members of the various ZX Spectrum communities. So everyone feel free to participate. 68% of the votes came from Portugal. Last year was 75. It's a good sign. We are spreading it's diluting the percentage of people from Portugal. So I think it's also related to how the museum keeps growing. So it's a good sign. 10% were from Spain, 6% from the UK. And we also received votes from 20 other countries. So we had votes from places like Maldives. Someone was on vacation. I don't know. This year, it was a very close vote. There was never complete certainty about the winner. In Portugal alone, another game would have won by just one vote. But it was not the winner. Congratulations to Bomb Jack.
Harsh,
and
I'm
thank
telling
you to
Chris.
everyone who voted. As for the other nominees, they may very well return in future editions. In fact, Bomb Jack was nominated since the first year. And finally, after 3 editions, is the big winner of the Hall of Fame, and it will now figure in the walls of the museum. Who will be next? We shall find out next year. So I can take
Now
it.
it's my.
Let's put it.
So let's do a quick catch up on the regular awards before the final moments. And Asymmetry has 3 awards. Cubics, Perseus, and Decos of Atlantis all have 2 awards. And Balalela 5 and Sinclair City have 1 award.
And okay, congratulations to everyone. Let's move on. And now the moment we all been waiting for, the GOTY Game of the Year category. To present the category, we welcome someone who has been bringing glamour to this stage throughout the gala. Someone who actually knows what needs to be done, unlike some others I saw tonight. Where is Gonçalo? He's still there. So, Cristiana, the honor is yours.
Thank you, João. Okay, I'll do it, but if I remember correctly, the first thing I need is the envelope.
Oh dear,
The
here we go.
That's a very good question.
Do you know where it is?
This is the moment where normally we have a guy from the Secret Services bringing the briefcase with the envelope.
Here we go, Game of the Year. Here we go, Game of the Year.
Lead in the museum and the secret agent in our spare time, in his spare time.
Hi, João. Oh, wow. Hi, everybody. Many people in the gala this year. Really cool to see that.
Here we go, Game of the Year award.
Well, I'm in Dubai, you see. So I'm chasing my own fame and fortune here in the Emirates this year.
Yeah, that's very nice too. But you know, everyone is waiting to know where the damn briefcase is. So where is my envelope?
Yeah, about that. Well, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to participate in Game of the Year this year, nonetheless. And so I kind of
Retro Robbins in Microblitz.
And well, it's kind of hidden. I would look, if I were you, I would look in the bar area. If you
Bar. Someone goes to the bar, please.
Thanks.
Not
And
to
thank you,
drink
everybody.
anything.
Bye-bye. See
See
you
if
next
there's a
time,
bag
next year,
there.
at the Game of the
A
Year Awards.
briefcase or
Bye-bye.
something. I need someone that solves problems,
come
not
on.
Mark. I need. No, not Jack Daniels. Leave it. Mark, why are you back in the bar? It's been ages since I saw you there. Where's the beer? Okay, it seems we have briefcase. Thank you, João.
I like the way they bring a briefcase up. Is it padlocked this year? This is for the Game of Year Awards. I love the.
I think you can proceed.
Yes.
Where's the
Thank
padlock?
You. Thank you, Joões.
Don't say head over heels.
So, without further delay, let's find out who our finalists are. Before that, Andre, any additional words about the finalists? Any new game?
Not really. We already spoke about the 10 games that in the final GOTY, so you can carry on, please.
So I will keep it with me, but first I will say the name of each game. Yes. And so the nominees are Asymmetry, Double Back, Story of Forward of the Best Team, Echoes of Atlantis, Escape from the Twilight Castle, The Locked Room,
Okay, here we go. We're on the final countdown to the Game of the Year for the ZX Spectrum. Not the Spectrum Next, the ZX Spectrum. Wow! I'm getting excited now, and I'm getting really excited to do it. This is why I'm so passionate about Spectrum. I still love the system that I grew up on. I've been through many iterations of games. I still play a PlayStation 4 to this day. There's all the nominations.
So you
Asymmetry,
are alive.
Cubics.
I was afraid that you were not alive at this time, but you are all alive.
No, I'm
in
still
this
alive.
category, we will present the results as in the past. In example, we will first see the games classified from the 10th to the 4th place. When we are left with the 3 best games, we stop and announce the big winner. So, without further delay, in the 10th place, okay. Double Back, the story of Forward to the Best 2.
How? I would have put Locked Room in 10th place. I'm not a fan of that, but
In the 9th place, The Locked Room.
Bubble Back. I prefer that over the Locked Room. I bet
In
it's
the
going to be.
8th place, Escape from the Twilight Castle.
That's a bit harsh. They're really good. Between that and City.
In the 7th place, Echoes of Atlantis.
Right.
In the 6th place, Playuk. In the 5th place, Travel Unlimited.
So the top 3 is going to be Asymmetry,
So-
Cubics,
In the 4th place,
and Pluck.
Sinclair City. And now we are down to the final 3. I know everyone here and online is eager to find out who he is. Is it Asymmetry that is already leading in the number of awards? Is it Cubics? Or will we have the big winner present in the room for the first time in Gothic with Perseus? We don't know yet. Before we reveal the winner, thank you to every creator that contributes to keep making new games for the ZX Spectrum. It's mind-blowing to see this in 2026. And now, João,
These are the
join
three
me for
remaining.
this special moment.
I think Pluck UK was better than that one.
I thought so.
Yeah. But okay, let's finish this. João, Rui, don't eat me with Let me prepare another thing in the meantime. Let's push this over here.
We are
This
not...
way I can
Yes.
do it like this. And so let's announce it.
Yes.
And so the big winner of GOTY 2025 is Cubic!
What? What? Asymmetry's better. Nah, it's close, but asymmetry's better. Oh well. How the hell that had beaten? How the hell that has beaten asymmetry from Zolshot? I don't know.
All right, big round of applause to Francisco Saldanha, who for the fourth time is with us performing live the music from the winning game. Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you, Francisco.
Head over heels.
And so, I will try to...
I'll help you. Please proceed.
Okay. Congratulations to all creators, specifically also the
Okay,
games,
so there we go.
second
There's the
and-
top 10.
and third place.
Yeah, so the 10th ZX Spectrum GOTY winner was selected and is now known to us all.
We are almost coming to the end, but we still have time to invite the Vice Mayor of Cantanhede, a firm believer on the Load ZX Museum and all its dynamics, to join us on stage for some brief words in Portuguese.
Dr. Pedro Cardoso, por favor.
Right, yeah, okay, so I think we were about done with this live stream. Thanks to everybody who's watched. We finally got to the game of the year. We don't need to see the rest of this show. But, yeah, how interesting. I mean, I'll leave the audio on. Right, what have we got? So Cubics won it, Asymmetry came second, and the rest. I mean, Pluck UK should have been up there, should have been third. And thought it was brilliant, but you know, he didn't, and they've judged it, but it's been great, it's been great. Let me just end the stream there for that one. Well, I could play Cubics, but I'd be here all day trying to play that one, so I'm not going to. Other games, I mean, look at the categories we had. Let's have a look. We can have a look. Right, in the adventure and strategy, we had all of these. I mean, there's quite a few there to go through. Arcade, there was these ones. That one I didn't quite get to work. It was in Spanish, but the rest of them was. Okay, Lunar Patrol was brilliant, and you know, Frogger RX was brilliant. Basic games, we had this. That Snake game was amazing, and yeah, cool. We won't go. We'll go to graphics. So we had Cubics Asymmetry. I think Cube Asymmetry won it for the graphics category, and PU Arcade did there. Pluck was a brilliant game. Load screen was Asymmetry. Let's have a look. Gets to the load screen here. How great is that load screen? Yeah, you don't get to see it long before you go into the animation, but it was a great load screen. Platformer, yeah, platformer was that classed as, I forgot which one it was, but yeah, we had that. Those were the categories for best platformer. Better Portuguese games were there. I'm not a fan of that Monkeys game, that's for sure. Puzzle game, Cubics won that category, which basically put it level with Asymmetry. I'm surprised that Asymmetry actually won, but it actually come second, didn't win. Sound, that was Cubics for that one. Was great sound, wasn't it? Spanish game, didn't really get into that myself. But those are the categories for the Spanish games. And finally, text adventures. These are the ones that I got to take a part in and got to judge, are all there. Compared to the previous year, 2024, when arcade games was Alien Near Plasma 2, and all of these were great. Basic games were there. Let's have a look at the platformers. Jet Set Steamboat Willie, and that up to me were the top two in that category. But you know, there were some great categories and great games there. You know, definitely the sound needs looking at, best beeper sound. But anyway, that's enough for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. A regular back to my normal regular shows, and I will probably catch up with you again soon at Zap Live. Now I've got to get to finishing repairing Commodores. At the moment I'm actually playing an arcade on the BBC Micro Arcadians. It's a little bit of a let's chill out and enjoy the show. Thank you everybody for watching. Till we meet again, you take care, and I'll see you again.